Jeff, why do you insist on doing this dumb internet shit on TV?
I look and see, it's not just me.
This place is a fucking joke, man. You're a clown. I quit.
So many of us have stood where I stand. We are the young, so raise your hand. So many of us have stood where I stand. We are the young, so raise your hand. We call us problem child. We spend our lives on trial. We walk an endless mile. We are the youth gone wild. We stand and we won't fall. We're one and one for all. The writing's on the wall. We are the youth gone wild.
No. It doesn't make logical sense. But it makes
yes, of course.
But it makes wrestling booking sense. Of course, this makes no sense. Of course, okay, it makes no sense. However, in pro wrestling booking, which often makes no sense, you would do that. It's about making money. It's not about anything else. Wrestling's always been about making money first and foremost. That's it.
Yes, I look and see, it's not just me.
Last weekend was the greatest weekend in AEW history. This is the greatest week.
I look and see, it's not just me.
Security, my safety, my life was in danger at a wrestling show.
So many of us have stood where I stand. We are the young, so raise your hand. So many of us have stood where I stand. We are the young, so raise your hand. We call us problem child. We spend our lives on trial. We walk an endless mile. We are the youth gone wild. We stand and we won't fall. We're one and one for all. The writing's on the wall. We are the youth gone wild. We call us problem child. We spend our lives on trial. We walk an endless mile. We are the youth gone wild. We stand and we won't fall. We're one and one for all. The writing's on the wall. We are the youth gone wild. Get wild! Yeah!
If you're familiar with how we do things often here on these Wednesdays, it's a lot like one of my favorite movies, Time Cop.
What? Fuck you. Fuck you.
Yeah!
No! Damn shot! Yeah!
もっと暖かくなるエアコンに変えてください。
細長だから快適ゾーン4倍。
What's your next desire?
すぐ暖かくなるエアコンがいい。
細長だからパジン速暖。静かでパワフル。日立の
Big Flow.
暮らし刺激人。
日立。
First War Games
Yeah.
I got to be part of, got to be my team.
You got to win the match and me.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, you didn't even need to pick for, oh my God.
I didn't know it was you.
JD took this crazy RKO. That's it. We're done, guys. Let's go. No.
There was more.
No, just like you had to.
Yeah, Hogan must post.
Oh, man.
Apparently, Maeda would go all over the world, and he would challenge people in circuses. That's where you fought. Dude, he was having MMA fights all over the world. He was famous. This is what Jean-Jacques told me. I think Kano was his master. Apparently, something like they didn't want him to take these fights in these circuses and stuff anymore. So he took a fight in Mexico, and he wore a mask so he wouldn't get busted. And he was the one who started the mask wearing in pro wrestling. Maeda started it.
Was it what they called the
That's what Jean-Jacques told
Nacho
me.
Libre?
Thank you. Hey, you okay? Oh, yeah. It was crazy. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Stop there. 3 minutes off there.
So I talked to Tony last week, and he told me there's a plan. So I just got to trust him. You know, I trusted him before.
Hey, how can I get muscles like you guys? Wow! Mr. Wonderful!
You can start by getting in shape with the Hulkamania workout set.
Great!
It's got everything you need. Head and wristband, a jump rope for warming up, a hand gripper for power, dumbbells for strength, an exercise poster, and even Hulk's own workout tape.
The Hulkamania workout set. You from LJN.
Are you in shape yet?
Yeah!
Oh!
Here, looks really freaky. Damn, that thing has a freaking huge head.
Here is the first game. You will be playing red light, green light. You are allowed to move forward when it shouts out green light. Stop when it shouts red light. If your movement is detected afterward, you will be eliminated.
Red light, green light. The thing we did as kids on the playground?
Let me repeat the rules.
I think that's what she said. Red light, green
You are
lights?
allowed
Is
to
this a
move
joke?
forward when it
Are you
shouts
fucking
out green
serious?
light. Stop
Well
when
then,
it shouts
bet
red
on the first one there.
If your movement is detected afterwards, you will be
$1
eliminated.
million. Deal? God damn it. You're on.
Those players who cross the finish line without being eliminated within the 5-minute playtime will pass this round. With that, let the game begin.
Green light! Red light!
Player 324, eliminated.
Dumbass got caught.
It is a fast-acting viral strain that infects the host immediately, and upon getting sick, the infected will become racked with coughs, sweat profusely, and start to get the shivers and chills.
There he is, the legend. The man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah. You can't literally run a promotion just for the AEW, what do they call them, Sickos?
Thank you very much, TikTok and AEW. See you tonight.
Tony Khan started telling people there's no such thing as long-term booking anymore. It's week to week.
The best guys, Tony Khan.
Because we have just secured the bag.
It's not like I tried to be a character. It was just sort of happened naturally. But it was never something I intended. It was just something that happened because the wrestlers asked me to do things in matches, and I do them.
If you run a promotion just for the Sickos, you're going to do 400,000 viewers eventually.
Effing melts. You know that SmackDown actually went over and everything?
Yeah.
You know,
What's the point?
the point of SmackDown.
What are you getting at here?
That the DVRs didn't pick it up.
Did they not pick it up?
Mine didn't.
Let's get into everybody's favorite moment, and it is called Dave Meltzer's Dumb Moment of the Week.
What would you like to listen to in your ears?
I'd like to hear the flute.
Well, if you'd like to flaunt your flute, then we can find you a flautist.
We have just secured the bag.
It doesn't help me.
Okay, so complain, but
I will complain.
Let me have my misery.
And when I heard that, I was like, what?
Thank you, fuck you, bye. Boom.
You got to run a promotion for everybody. The Sickos can be the ones that buy tickets first and spend the most money on the merchandise.
Because we have just secured the bag.
But, like, you got to promote for everybody. Then you'll have a lot of viewers.
I think we proved a lot of so-called experts. We made them look like idiots. We're not going anywhere. Tony Khan's not going anywhere.
You'll also be there on TNT. You'll be in 2 places at once. You'll be around like my favorite movie. Time. It's so great, Pittsburgh.
It's not like I tried to be a character. It sort of happened naturally.
the best guys, Tony Khan.
Keep themselves safe.
Ooh, what's happening, PWT Universe? Welcome to another eclectic edition of PWT Live Show, episode 212. I am your host, Phil Marks. and I am deaf in one ear after this fucking flu head cold situation I got. I'm your host, Phil Marks. I am here. Yes, that's right. That's Phil Marks out you see on the screen. And it's Happy New Year's Eve, IWC. Happy New Year's Eve. Yes, let's end it with 100 likes. Absolutely. Let's get 100 likes on the video. Guys, as people file in, thank you so much for being here. I know I'm on at a weird time, but I want to do stuff tonight, and I'm sure all of you want to do stuff tonight too. And if you don't, then you'll catch this on replay. And yeah, we do have some pressing stories to get into. Tony Khan blames the fans for not understanding his bad booking. William Regal caused Sicko meltdowns. Okay. Over his tweet that had to do with presumably Kyle Fletcher's botch, like bump he took, rather. I don't know if it was a botch. It was like a bump he took in at that last pay-per-view. And then we also have WWE texts that were exposed via this lawsuit. We also have some Asuka drama and yeah, a lot more. So stay tucked in here. It's New Year's Eve. We might toast one. It's 4:00 where I'm at, 4:15 where I'm at. So you all, you all are either a little bit ahead of me or a little bit behind me. No shit. And if you're in like Australia, I think it's like an hour or two. I think like New Zealand and Australia, isn't it like an hour or two until it is 2026 or something like that? I don't know. Someone will correct me, but either way, guys, we have a lot to get to. Also, Tony McCann, he was doing some interviews yesterday, and we're gonna get into all that and more here today. So I hope everybody's doing well. I hope your holidays have been good. I hope you guys have been enjoying pro wrestling in general. I hope you guys had a very Merry Christmas, and I hope you guys are planning on having a Happy New Year. Let me know in chat what you guys are doing, or in the comments or whatever, what you guys are doing for New Year's Eve. I had some plans. We switched them up, but it's still going to be a good old time tonight, and I'm going to get some Chinese food, I think. And what else? In the chat, I put a poll. Okay, and it was, what was Tony Khan's biggest fail of 2025 going into 2026? And I will read this poll out to you guys. I'm incredibly dehydrated. Holy shit. I haven't noticed because I haven't been talking today at all until now. There we go. Put some sparkling water down my pie hole there, bud. Okay, let me see. So the poll is in the chat, and you guys are voting on it right now. I'm going to leave it open. So what was Tony Khan's biggest fail in 2025? Jon Moxley and Death Riders push, exposed booking AEW for Meltzer, All In Texas papered attendance, or his ROH New Japan CMLL relationship / ownership of ROH, obviously, but just, you get so many characters in there. And the ROH as well, like just as an investment so far. I know it's not the initial thing, but like, okay, we gave it a few years. Like, you haven't done anything. There's no plan for Ring of Honor. You haven't done anything. You haven't spent any time grinding on Ring of Honor. So I don't know, man. You guys let me know what are the biggest flops and fumbles of the year for Tony Khan. Those are the four choices, and we're just gonna get right into things. I know you guys can see in Phil Marks bookmarks, we have miscellaneous pulled open right now, and we're just gonna get into things today. As I lose hearing.
And gentlemen, I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
As I lose all hearing indefinitely. Okay, so yeah, you guys keep voting on that poll. I'll come back to it, but it seems like a lot of you guys think Moxley and the Death Riders is the biggest bumble flop for the Bumbleclot clan. So former ECW and ROH star Tony DeVito, I talked about this a little bit on the member show. JJ Alexander joined me on it, And we were recording some other content. And so I was like, you want to just jump on the member show? And he's like, yeah. And so we did that. And we talked about this a little bit, and he knew him, or he knows him. Okay. He said, I consider him a good friend to this day. And, we were e-fapping old DPW on his channel, and Tony DeVito's on those shows and whatnot. So consider checking that out. But former ECW and ROH star Tony DeVito announces in-ring retirement after all these years. And so shout him out. Ex-WWE and NWA David Dwinell enters hospice care. So prayers up for David Dwinell. And I'm not overly familiar. Should I know who this is, chat? Should I know who this is? I do now, and that's what's important, right? PWT, we send our energies to him and his family's way. Clark Connors' New Japan deal is up soon, and we got a few of these guys, okay? So apparently the Knockout Brothers have been offered a deal. Apparently Nuge knew this was coming. This was a story. Tanahashi-san and New Japan Pro Wrestling, they knew that these deals were obviously because they fucking signed them, but they knew this was going to be like a thing that they had to manage, going into the end of this year. Like, oh fuck, hopefully we can keep some guys around. A bunch of dudes are probably looking like Tony Khan's probably eyeing them up. Gabe Kidd's Gonzo, like he's in AEW for sure after all this. So, and that's why he's putting Darby over and shit. He's over there. He's an AEW guy. So a guy like Clark Connors, okay, his New Japan deal is up soon and is evaluating his options. New Japan is hopeful they can retain him. Now, I'm not saying any wrestler in particular, but a lot of them like when this contract shits up in today's day and age, because they all say this. Anna Jay said this. Everyone says this. Oh, we're evaluating our options. Before it used to be, yo, you don't want any company to know you're or you'll get buried. You won't be allowed back in New York. Da-da-da-da-da, right? So you wanted to hold it close to your chest, but nowadays it's like, no, we want the dirt sheets. I don't want to say shit. I want the dirt sheets to say this guy's deal's up soon and I'm evaluating my options. And I'm not saying Clark Connors told this to the sheets, but he could have, but anyone could. Like, that's just what they want out there. You know what I mean? It's a whole different landscape now for pro wrestlers to like how they negotiate their deals. Now they want their company being like, oh shit. And there's no like protecting the business really anymore. But I don't know, man. We could see Bullet Club Gold sort of get, or Bang Bang Gang, I guess, get fleshed out a little bit, maybe with some of these ex-Nuge guys. But at the same time, I don't know. Like, where does Clark Connors fit? Do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Do you think he'd be good? Or in the chat, let me know if you guys think he'd be good in WWE or TNA, or are you even familiar with him? AEW, where would you want to see him? Another guy whose deal is up is Drilla Maloney, and he's another New Japan talent whose contract is coming up soon. He's exploring his options with NJPW and they're hopeful to keep him. So yeah, a guy with a great look, and again, he could. I mean, I'm sure WWE's eyeing him up and are like, how much is this guy? What could we do with him? How much is he worth to us, if anything, right now? And I'm sure Tony Khan, if he catches wind of that, he'll try and offer more. I don't know how interested he is in these guys, though. I swear I think Tony had how long has Clark Connors been in New Japan? I know it's been a minute, but it's like, maybe it was with New Japan where he was in AEW, but I thought he was like there for a little bit. It was probably just with New Japan, yeah. Either way, if we have more New Japan news here, we do. So Yota Tsuji says he would like for New Japan to cut ties with AEW Wrestling altogether. Now, again, is this a work? Is this a shoot? I don't know. But Tsuji's talking about, I have a 3-year plan for this company. He's like, I don't know what Tanahashi doing. Well, he's not really too critical of Tanahashi-san, but he's like, listen, I don't know what these guys are doing over here with this and that. I don't know what Takeshita's doing running around fucking, he's in a B tournament, a B-list tournament for fucking AEW over the holidays instead of putting it down for New Japan. Like, what the fuck is going on here? And Takeshita actually responded to that. I'm going to pull it up here. But Yotatsuji said he would like for New Japan to cut ties with AEW altogether. Now, here's the thing. Like, remember when that one dude on commentary said some shit and Tony got mad and banished him to the Shadow Realm? And I wonder if he has any power like that over wrestlers. I don't think he does. But again, the last time Gabe Kidd started doing some shit like this and we were putting Gabe Kidd over, where is he now? He's in AEW now. He's over there now. He's over here now, right? And Tsuji could just be doing the same fucking thing. That's the problem. He could be the same goddamn thing. Just working everyone up into a frenzy. And making people believe he's like the anti-AEW guy. Because you always need people who are like, why are we working with that Fed? You know, that makes sense. But the problem is, like, Tony Khan has botched this shit so much that people just aren't. Nobody can give. Nobody's willing to give Tony an inch anymore. You know, nobody could give a fuck anymore. We've seen it. You know, it's like, even if someone, and I know like this was said a long time ago, but I just want to reiterate it here at the end of the year. Even if someone like a John Cena or a fucking Goldberg went over there, it's not going to change anything. Ultimately, it's not, because it's like when guys would go to TNA. Yeah, they had some ups and downs, but it's just like there came a point when Lashley and Drew and Rhodes all went to were in Impact or whatever, and just no one really cared. Like, it was dope if you were a Sicko or a Wacko, but if you weren't like an uber smart, then you just kind of, it didn't really matter. Like, it wasn't going to change anything for them. You just wondered how they had the money to spend on that shit. And with Tony, the only reason nobody can argue, or you can argue, because it's not like he's making the money from the wrestling, but the only reason people stand a chance on, or even feel validated in arguing on behalf of Tony, is because he's a billionaire. They just think like, well, he has infinity money, because they have no concept of what billions of dollars actually is, or hundreds of millions of dollars, or how it works, like, and or no concept of like actually what the wrestling business is, what the entertainment industry is, what the television industry and business is all about. You know, like, all of these things people don't really know. And so it's easy to just be like, you know, with Dixie Carter, it was like, how much money is her family going to spend on this shit? And then you could tell, like, yo, it's downgraded, whatever. With Tony, people can just skip to these like arbitrary fucking arguments, because we can just get past like, well, he has infinity bucks. You guys know what I'm saying? I'm deaf in my left ear right now. I'm not joking. My head has been so stuffy. I am on the other end of this head cold. It was like a 3-day cold for Christmas, you know, in between New Year's Eve and Christmas. But anyways, so I'm going off on Tony Khan, but it's just, I'm critical because I'm fearful that Tsuji's just saying this shit. But he hasn't been booked on a lot of AEW stuff. But Tsuji's might just be saying this shit as he's the next Gabe Kidd. Like, Tony could be eyeing him up, and this could be his plan, and I don't fucking know. Not trying to bury anybody, but Tsuji says, well, I don't want to lose to AEW. I don't like AEW. In all honesty, with the relationship between us the way it is, I'd like us to cut ties with them. What has being with AEW done for New Japan, really? If it was an even-handed relationship, that's one thing, but it's not. There's certainly difference in terms of the money behind each company, but I don't see that as a reason to be so weak-willed. This is New Japan, damn it. Now, on the other hand, Katsuchika Okada has played a part in selling the Tokyo Dome out. I have to admit that. I'm sure that it isn't a New Japan wrestler facing Tanahashi in his last match, but there isn't anybody on the roster that has the connections to Tanahashi that Okada has, and I have to acknowledge that. So I think some people were saying, like, I want to say Naito or whatever. We got that long email. We read it on the air. Some people were saying that they named other wrestlers like online, and also we got a long email from a Nuge fan like breaking down, I read it on the air, breaking down like who has stronger connections to him and how Nakamura definitely has better connections to Tanahashi or whatever the fuck, if I'm remembering correctly. But at the end of the day, are any of those guys there? Like, is Naito or like is Takahashi still wrestling there? I thought he dipped out. Didn't Naito leave and everybody's like shitting on him because his bum legs and his eye or whatever? But either way, I like what Yodatsuji's spitting. And then we have Takeshita's response. I actually want to pull that up because I did have this in AEW news. It's great. So, oh God. Konosuke Takeshita addresses criticisms about not being on the road for Nuge as the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. And he says, that's a tough one. Look, when I was a fan growing up in Osaka, I would always get mad that the great matches were all in Tokyo. So I get that. If I put myself in a fan's shoes, hearing the champion say what I've been saying about showing the world this belt, I would think, who cares? Why aren't you here? So I get it, but it's called the IWGP World Heavyweight title. I have to be on a worldwide stage. It is true. See, he just cooked in his response as well. Right, because it is the International Wrestling Grand Prix World Heavyweight Champion. And maybe New Japan would do better just by calling it the NJPW, but that title itself is just so fucking iconic. Not that version of it, but like physically, but the title of the championship itself, right? The title of the title, the IWGP World. It's like you don't want to abandon that. I get that, but you're just running around in AEW, and most people affiliate Takeshita with AEW. And if you're in New Japan grinding, you're like, what the fuck? You know? And especially if you do dislike AEW. But I just don't know. When Yodatsuji starts being so fucking vocal like this, it makes me think he's just working everyone like Gabe Kidd did. I fell for it once. I'm not falling for it again. Speaking of falling for it, man, we have this is just a crazy MMA moment. 24-hour MMA post. Coach says, don't do anything crazy round one. Fight starts.
His wrestling is top notch and working very hard.
Hit him with the fucking Gunther, dude. Hit him with Finn Balor, Demon Finn, with the shotgun drop kick KO victory. Y'all see
and working very hard. Big shot, looking to finish it right away. Karan just trying to survive. Big shots on the top. Individual, his wrestling is top
one more time.
And working very hard. Big shot, looking to finish it right away. Karan just trying.
I wonder why he did that. So, because like that, he wasn't aiming at the dude's head like he is inevitably. Let's just watch that one more time, because okay, you could do that to someone's legs and break them, which is legal, and I mean that'd be fucked up, but I mean if it worked, it's kind of gangster, you know. I don't know if he was going for that, because the reason this guy got in the orange gets knocked out is because he fucking shoots for a takedown, and that's what Ben Askren did when he got when Jorge Masvidal KO'd him, the fastest KO of all time. He just running, flying kneed him because Ben Askren is a wrestler. And I wonder if this guy knew that this guy was a grappler too and just was like, fuck it. But if you hit that to the tummy and shit, you probably knock him over. But it's the fact he lands like high, neck and above. You're getting KO'd, dude. That's a lot of impact. Oh, man. Yeah, like he was just coming out with that. I don't know. Yeah, like that wouldn't have landed on his head unless the guy ducked and like flinched sort of. But that's amazing. This rules. That's awesome. So I think we got one or two more here. So Paul Walter Hauser. Yeah, we got a few here actually. Actor Paul Walter Hauser set for brutal lumberjack strap wrestling match. So good for him. We have RG. So this is posted by Himanshu Doi. And RG starts an ECW chant when he hears that Bozilla's father worked in ECW. And HG joins in with a holy shit chant.
そうですね。もっと
I love ECW. Yeah.
Me too. そうですね。もっと
Okay. Right on. Come to PWT, you see shit like that. What can I tell you? So Billy Corgan is shocked and says that Matt Cardona's been the bane of his existence upon Matt Cardona's return to NWA. And he elicited some unprofessional behavior from the NWA's owner and president. So let's see what Billy Corgan did. He's got a mini with him, right? I'm sure this is triggering Dave Meltzer or something like that. And and Billy Corgan's here as the owner, dressed down. I mean, I'm not saying wear a suit and shit, but Jesus. And here's what happened between him and Matt Cardona.
I cursed your name. I cursed your family. I even prayed that.
I cursed your family. What? I cursed your granddaddy, your grandmama. What?
Your wife would divorce you so there'd never be another Cardona coming down the line ever again. I cursed your name. Coming down the line.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't ever want to see Cardona there, except for he does. Shout out Billy Corgan, man. They're doing the damn thing. So Switchblade posted this. 2025 network averages are out. Here's how they compare to wrestling. Viewership. USA had 472K. SmackDown is on USA, and 1.36 million is what it averaged. TBS, the network averaged 616K. Dynamite averaged 594K, dude. Below 600K? I thought it would still be above 600K, the average. Fuck. CW 502K, NXT 676K. See, this is, God damn it, and this isn't like a gotcha. I wish this wasn't true. You guys just heard me say I thought it would be over 600K. I don't want this to be true for AW. I thought one benefit I've given AW is like, look, man, they just want like 600,000 people watching their live show. But if they're not even averaging that now, then the next fucking, like, God damn it. Well, they're all on streaming. Gives a fuck. God damn it. They are for WWE too. That's the only way I watch WWE is streaming. NordVPN.com/ProWrestleTime. Save 75% on 3 years. Holiday deals almost up. 3 free months as well. 30-day money-back guarantee. Right? 10 devices. Protect yourself. Nord. So, yeah, I thought Dynamite, like, this is sad. This is really sad. And then you look at CW and then what NXT averaged, and this is the year average, and some of that fucking big panel plus blah, blah, blah data is obviously factored into this, which has only hurt ratings. But look at what they're doing for the CW. Holy fuck. They're like, dude, this rules for us. Holy shit. No wonder they're happy. It's their fucking, like, you know, beats their average, their overall average. TNT, the average is 774K. Collision does 314K. And how redacted is it in AEW land that this fucking network that's averaging the less shit, the less viewers, is the one with their main show on it? It's kooky, man. And yeah, so 774 Collision, average 314. which is actually stronger than after this year, man. That's actually like, okay, Collision's still doing over 300K, but that's just giving them so much. And then AMC this year averaged 286K viewers. Okay, now, if TNA can do 200, if they end the next year and they have 200,000 viewers live every time, that's a huge W for AMC and them. And yeah, I don't know. It puts them in Collision talks after this next year, and especially because TNA Plus is a thing. Now, I don't know how many people watch TNA Plus. We don't have those numbers, or maybe we do, but we don't have the numbers of how many people are watching Max either, bitch. So I don't give a fuck. That one, we off the table, right? We're just looking at this. So yeah, interesting to see how that will play out at the end of this year here, ladies and gentlemen. That was miscellaneous news. And yeah, let me hit some Wade Barrett.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Okay, think, Phil, think. What is the next segment? Let's go. Here we go. Speaking of TNA, we don't have any TNA news today. There's nothing popping off, no contract updates or anything like that. As far as, so we will get into, let's get into, you guys want chat? Tell me right now. I'm going to read these super chats and get your super chats in if you support. Wow, they're coming in. Thank you so much. Get them in. You can become a member, only 99 cents, or you can gift a membership. Okay. Appreciate you guys. I do bonus shows weekly. You guys already know the patron, all that good shit. Thank you guys so much for your support, or just hit like or retweet or whatever the fuck. That's cool too. I'm going to read these super chats. You guys let me know. WWE or AEW news next. Let me know in chat. Ken Dudley for 2 says, Soxis. Read is backwards. Sickos. Read is backwards. Bro, you got me fucked. I'm deaf in one ear, dog. I've been sick. You got me fucked up. I don't know what you're talking about, okay?
Yeah.
That shit made me go cross-eyed. No, dude, I appreciate you. John O. Maloney for 5 says, Happy New Year, Phil. Let's get those likes up, people. Yeah, run those likes up. There's over 100 watching on X and YouTube. We're not at a regular time. I don't expect. Don't worry. I'm not going to put the pressure, but thank you guys. Chat will put the pressure. We don't want a Jericho run-in until Monday Night Raw. TK equals lazy cocaine con booking. Hey, you said it, not me.
Best guys, Tony Khan.
Free to your own opinion there. I'm just saying, I've always maintained, I don't think he's a cocaine guy. I think he's a fucking Adderall and Starbucks guy with like espressos in it, like in a Starbucks, you know? That's just my vibe. He seems like a square. You know what I'm saying? JWT. Yeah, for 5 says, sounds like Billy hates Cardona more than he hates Courtney Love or Tila Tequila. There's like a conspiracy out there that he saw Tila Tequila shapeshift or some shit. Like for real. He for real thinks that. That's what happened. George Capture for 5 says, and there was no ratings for Dynamite on Xmas Eve because it started at 6 p.m. Eastern. What do you mean by that, George? What do you mean there was no ratings? Like they just didn't come out? Yeah, because everyone's on holidays, so like Raj Giri wouldn't have them and shit, hey? But he had NXTs and whatnot, or I saw at least a post about it. Yeah, it's weird, man. If Dave was really like this journalist, he's glad that they haven't come out, and he's going to it'll be a funny meltdown when they do. But Dave, you'd think he would be like hound dogging, trying to sniff them out, calling people if he had all these connects and shit. Pardon me, he'd be trying to figure out like where it landed roughly or some shit, you know, but he won't say. If it was WWE, he would be. But yeah, there's been a lot of like sweeping and weird shit going on with the sheets, as far as like AEW's concerned, man. And you see all that shit, like they give all these awards. Alba spends a week arguing with fucking JD, and then all of a sudden Alba, it's like, oh, he got this exclusive Christmas interview right before the holidays. It's like, of course he did. That's the access. That's what I've been taught preaching for so long. Okay, they get fucking text from Tone and they're all just kissing the toes, you know? Oh my God, and George Capture gifted 5 Pro Wrestle Clips memberships. Oh my goodness.
Acknowledge me.
That's amazing, dude. When people gift memberships, honestly, it's the gift that keeps on giving. And you know, people, except, maybe that's Dave's problem. He has like a one deaf ear and we all just don't know. No, that's just me. I'm just redacted today. But yeah, man, people keep upping their memberships or whatever when they get gifted them. I've noticed, and people really enjoy the member shows. We had a fucking fun one on Monday. It was another great throwback episode, Memba Monday, and the botches and spots. I love doing that with you guys, man. Chat loves it. So appreciate you, George, and hopefully some people got those who need them. So no ratings were given at all because they were embarrassed. No, there was no ratings given at all because of the 6 p.m. start time. That's what's up. 452. What's up? Squares do the dirt too, Phil. All I'm saying. Fair enough, bro. Fair enough. Almost New Year sauce. What's up, Sassy Gill? That's right. Happy old year. 11.6 trillion on Max. Okay, let's get into it. Let's get into did you guys let me scroll up. That's what I was looking for. You guys want WWE or AEW news? You guys didn't even say. We're just reading super chats. Okay. We'll do it. It's my way or the highway. This time I'ma let it all come out. This time I'ma ga. My singing's all out of whack. Everything's whack. This is a whack show. Okay, I'm stuffy. My voice isn't right. My vocal cords aren't there. He ba buppy, he ba buppy, he ba buppy. See, I can't hit it. It's not there. It's not there, guys. Sorry. Show canceled. Bye, guys. No, I'm just joking. Okay, it is time for AEW news, ladies and gentlemen. And the best guys, Tony Khan, of course. And it is time for Ichi Nissan Da because it is AEW news. So at World's End, and we discussed this a little bit, there were some fucking botches. People were botching. And we're going to talk about William Regal's comments on this later in the Sicko segment. But there were botches, multiple. Stokely landing on his fucking head, falling off that table, missing that table. Cash doing a dive to the outside, hitting a table, bending his neck funny. I know there's one I'm forgetting. I keep forgetting it because it just wasn't it didn't make the rounds like these other ones. Anyways, and then Fletcher took the suplex, like the Tazplex or whatever, off the top and just landed on his foot, or the what do you call that? A quarter Nelson suit? What is it? It's like an arm trap. I got your arm and neck trapped and I just dump you on your head. One of those Japanese all Japan style fucking suplexes, right? I think it was like the Tazplex is what he called it or whatever, because he would do that shit to people. And I'm not saying it's not dope and don't do it at all, but like, fuck, someone is going to get seriously hurt in AEW. So Fletcher took the fucking the thing, right? The suplex off the top, and he landed on his neck. Now, Raj Giri posts this, Jesus fucking Christ, what are we doing here? Everyone was critical of it. AEW, DMCA, and copyright struck and took down the video from everywhere. Now, some people think they're trying to hide it. No, because what AEW did is, I think I may have bookmarked it because it was just such sicko activity, dude. I could not believe it, but no, I didn't bookmark it because it's like, it's not worth it. I could just tell you guys and you can take my word for it and you can go look it up if you don't believe me. But AEW struck everyone, and it wasn't them trying to hide it. Now, this is a gross neck botch spot, whatever, and then William Regal pwned them over it. We'll get into that, but they aren't trying to hide it. They're trying to get all the views for it because that neck landing spot, him landing on his head and neck like that, which is an accumulative thing. If you can't do that a bunch. Oh, well, he's fine. He's not hurt though. Okay, but Like, I don't give a fuck. You can't send me people a video of like, oh, look, Kevin Nash blew a quad out. Like, yeah, people blow quads out. It's one of these things that fucking happens out of nowhere. I'm sure there's accumulative effects. If we got some like physiologist or some fucking sports physio guy in here, they'd be able to explain how, yeah, that's accumulated wear and tear on your muscles too. But the head trauma and the neck trauma is accumulative, daddy. Chris Nowinski will tell you that, okay? Well, he won't tell you that when it comes to AEW. Maybe he spoke up about this, I don't know, but and I don't mean, I'm not trying to like shill for AEW here, but they just want the views for it because they uploaded it. The point I'm getting to is they uploaded it on their own Instagram and socials in slow motion and zoomed in. That's what AEW did. They are, I mean, Tony Khan's just the biggest sicko of all time. He's booking for Dave Meltzer. And so here's the Stokely one. We played it before. We'll just play it again. Like, he lands on the fucking back of his head. He was like half a foot tall and half a foot away from having his neck smashed to oblivion. Okay, and I talked about the Regal stuff on the member show a little bit. But I'm going to reiterate what I said and talk about it here on this show as well when we get to the Sicko segment. Maybe we could just talk about it right now. We might as well. Cash Wheeler goes through a table, and this tag team match ends in a 30-minute time limit draw. Let's look at Cash Wheeler's botch as well. Bandito. And like, okay, Bandito's supposed to move, and this angle doesn't do it justice. I could not find the other angle of him going through, but you can see he landed like crooked on his neck, kind of on the table. It's just fucked, man. And when people go, oh, you're just being worked, no, look at all of Dave's 5-star merchants. Tony's booking for Dave. Fletcher's another one of these guys. How many people are getting dropped on their heads in one show, or like damn near almost fucking twist and break their goddamn neck off? Also in the same show, Moxley got his teeth chipped. Okay, much like Asuka, who we're going to talk about in a bit. And I want to circle back to this stuff because I'm going to take you guys over here in Phil Marks Bookmarks to a segment that is nobody's favorite, that can only be described and introed in one way. And it is called the Sicko segment. I don't have it today, guys. I got zero sauce today. Okay, I can't. My head's too fucking. It's one of. I'm on the other half of like a head cold where it's like it's all in the top part of my head. I just can't get you out of my head, right? It's just like my ears are deaf and like the top of my nose is stuffy, but the bottom is like I can get some air in there. You know what I'm saying? And then like the forehead and up is like, oh, you know, it's all nasally and shit. It's not good. Anyways, so William Regal posted some shit, okay? And it made Sickos melt the fuck down. And people were like saying horrendous shit to William Regal in response to this as well. We pull up the picture here of his neck. Look at the fucking screws and like staples and shit in there, dude. I think I see fucking sticky tack in there holding this goddamn neck together, right? And so coming off the back of that event and Fletcher being dumped on his head, which again, guys, like they pulled it down everywhere. Maybe let's do it. I'll fucking do it really quick while we all look in awe of this picture. And as I was saying on the member show, William Regal, yeah, he did suplexes and wrestled a very physical style, but he wasn't even one of these flippy land on your fucking head guys. He wasn't even a guy like that. He was a fucking technical wrestler, hit you with brass knuckles, did submission holds. He did a few, like, you know, he had like a tiger bomb, like a standing one. He would do the a couple of suplexes, right? Like a couple of those capture fucking, the Regal plex was pretty vicious on people, and they would land high on their shoulders and arms and the back of their necks. But this is why Regal is the authority on this. This is why he is the guy to say, like, guys, don't fucking do moves like this. Your neck and your head and everything's precious. Like, you're gonna land on your fucking head, and this shit adds up. And look, Wrestle Purist doesn't get pulled down. So let's go to a fucking Wrestle Purist post here. Oh, Elboo and the Glazers at Wrestle Purist don't get copyright struck? Huh. Weird. So here we go. And this is what AEW uploaded. Watch. Like that. What if he died there or just couldn't walk after? Yeah, but he didn't. Okay, but what if he couldn't? Well, should no one do suplexes off the top? No. Do this at WrestleMania. Oh, you guys don't have WrestleMania? You have All In? Do it at All In. You guys know what I'm saying? Like, do it where it was on the pay-per-view. Yes, it was both of Moxley had 2 matches that night. Who gives a fuck? It was a overloaded pay-per-view with a bunch of matches that went too long again. It's zero effect. And this is a young guy. This is a young guy who everyone's like, he's the future. He's Randy Orton. It's not even going to get there. It's not even going to get to that point. And the reason why Regal is so upset about this is because he didn't even, I doubt Regal took shit like this. He definitely did, like, from the canvas, which isn't any better, whether it's from the top rope or not. But he did wrestle with, like, suplex and shit, but he wasn't even one of these, like, 630, let's go to the top rope and poison Rana. Like, Mox should know way better than this. Mox should be wrestling like a fucking... Mox is the biggest L, one of the biggest L's, I think, in AEW the last few years. I think he is the biggest detriment, one of them, to AEW, besides, like, the Young Bucks and their influence and Tony Khan's booking. It's got to be like Moxley, because he should know better than this, the stage he's at in his career. Why would you even do this to this kid? It's because Mox doesn't give a fuck. And there's a few of these wrestlers who in WWE, they were too fucking dumb for their own good. Like Danielson, like Moxley. They didn't fucking realize that Vince actually, and this is the thing, sometimes people know what's better for you than you. And I'm not saying let that control or dictate your life. But there's a reason why in fighting, coaches are allowed to throw towels in and shit. There's a reason why in acting there's a fucking director and the buck stops with him, right? And well, sometimes, hey, that can get messy with writers, whatever. But as far as, like, what we're putting on camera and is this the shot? Yes, it's on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's the buck stops with someone in, like, every aspect of entertainment and in sports, and same with the coach. Like, coach calls the play. Yes, you can do an audible. You got it. Yes, of course. You can look at the outliers. You can look at the extraordinary. Sure, we're talking in general here. And general is key. And in general, there's too much people being dropped on their fucking heads and missing tables and landing on their heads, and Matt Hardy falling off cranes and landing on his head and all this shit in AEW. There's too much of it. There's too much to where this is not good. It's not like, oh, Fletcher did this one time. Fuck. That hopefully he's okay. No, you don't get the benefit of that doubt because everyone's warning this guy, dude. Dave's giving you all these stars. You got to fucking move away from that style. Just start doing rest holds and shit. Rest holds, Brian. Just start fucking grabbing headlocks. Don't do anything anymore. Dave will give you the 5 stars. You're his new merchant. He's not going to embarrass himself. Just start grabbing headlocks and go to WWE. Don't get dumped on your head like this. And he fucking did it. And he could be like, well, I wanted to do it, Phil. He could say that to me right now. Well, I wanted to do it, but you didn't. And you don't know that you didn't until 10 fucking years, 20 years goes by.
Oh my God, it's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
When you can't feel your fucking left arm, or you can't go to sleep at night unless your hips turned a certain way because you have fucking sciatic pain fucking shooting down your legs or whatever, though. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know it right now because you're fucking young and dumb. So William Regal posted this, right? And this triggered people, man. The worst of the worst of the worst. The worst of the worst of the absolute worst. Drek in society. I just want to see if I can pull up this this clip of this guy. Not sure if it exists. Yeah, so anyways, one of our old OG fools that I felt bad for and I stopped like roasting his posts and shit piped in with just some disturbing and disgusting shit in response to Regal, and it's like, damn, dude. It's like I almost want to just start roasting you again all the time. I stopped because I felt bad. But it's like, damn, when you say crazy ass shit like that to Regal, bro, that's crazy. Anyway, so that aside, William Regal had this to say. And he said, I stay off here, but was alerted to something today that has alarmed me. I don't read any comments, so don't waste your time trying to argue or justify your very wrong opinions on this. Boom. Cooking them already. Don't even try and justify your wrong opinions, because they are wrong. And William Regal was an AW, and he saw Kyle Fletcher, and it breaks his heart when he sees motherfuckers do this. And he says, I broke my neck twice, 993 in a ring, and a car wreck in 97, and stupidly never told anyone. And I was taught properly how to bridge and not land on the top of my head. It's a skill that maybe 99.9% of people don't know or will ever learn anymore. So he's there, boots on the ground. He's in AEW. He's seen these schools. He's in NXT over the last how many years. He knows how these people are being trained. He sees how they're being trained. And I don't want any fucking indie mark in AEW. Any of you indie marks who are on the indies or in AEW now and never even went to the Fed, I want to hear any of you go, well, dog, I learned how to land on my fucking neck. No, you didn't. Shut up. You know? Like, you fucking didn't, man. Unless you're wrestling in Japan, and even a lot of those guys don't learn that shit the same way anymore. But I wouldn't doubt it if, like, the young lions learn that shit still. But no, you didn't. And he says, I kept going somehow, but knew all the tricks that, again, people didn't learn now and watch film and just copy. After Misawa, however you say it, guys. It's your own interpretation. After Misawa-san passed from his neck problems, I thought it would stop. This nonsense, but it got worse. And whenever I talk to people about them doing it, it's, well, it doesn't hurt. Retard! Yeah, I know it doesn't right now. Jesus Christ, it's so crazy. It's so well, it doesn't hurt. Holy fuck. This is where, like, I don't even want to hear when people are like, well, you've never wrestled. It's like, go fuck yourself. That is a dumb person. If there's wrestlers saying that, you're stupid. I'm sorry. You're dumb. Okay? I'm sorry. That is the craziest fucking thing. Well, it doesn't hurt.
Stupid
Holy
idiot.
shit. Do you not have a grandpa? Have you never talked to your grandfather? Do you not have a grandpa or a grandma? And if you don't, I feel for you. But, like, holy shit. You don't have, like, an old neighbor you fucking know, or, you know, whatever. I don't know, man. You don't have an old coach who's like, yeah, I fucking had my knees operated on. I used to play basketball. You can't fucking, you know what I mean? Like, you've never, holy shit. You never, like, watched a sport and seen a fucking legend. Like, all this shit's accumulative, man. You've never seen Hulk Hogan try and walk. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. It's just crazy, man. Anyways, it would stop. And this is the thing too, right? This is why Dave, like, even if Dave Meltzer loves this style of wrestling, you think he wouldn't, though. Or maybe he just does. Like, I don't know. You think he would rate when guys don't have to do this type of shit and get so fucking over in the pops they do, like the way Hogan and Rock do at Mania 18. You would think that would make him go, they're so great they don't have to do anything. They don't even have to dump each other on each other's necks. That's how you know people just like move porn and shit. They just want to see people get dumped on their necks and fall through glass and shit. So where was I here? Believe me, it will. I have people close to me now. Brian being one. Calls out Brian. And again, it dawned on me. Brian, and I love him to death. He's fucking, I love Danielson. I love him, okay? Daniel Bryan. Rules, okay? Danielson, even when he went to AEW, it was like, this is awesome, man. He gets to wrestle all these fucking guys. But then you realize he starts falling apart. And then you realize, holy shit, Vince doesn't just like you can say a lot of things about him, but he doesn't just make guys retire because when they have to start going to 10 doctors, there's a fucking reason for that. Okay? He saw the writing on the wall. He knew it for Moxley, not in the injury sense, but he's like, Moxley, no, you're this crazy guy. You're this crazy funny guy. And Moxley's like, in his mind, he's like, no, I'm this tough, cool jiu-jitsu guy. And now he's just a mockery, and he's just, people consider him like Schlub Moxley. And he's hurt AEW so much with the bullshit he's brought in there. It's because he doesn't have that filter. Same with Danielson. It's like, oh, dude, you are fucking falling apart, dude. He's got rods in his arms. He's wrestling hurt. Like, Danielson will wrestle gladly and die in the ring. I think he said that too. Okay, you got to stop it. Someone's got to stop that for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to stop him or he will. And Vince knew that. Vince knew that Danielson would go until he fucking dropped. And he's seen Benoit do that. He's seen Eddie Guerrero do that. He knew, bro. This is what I'm saying, man. And Edge is like, okay, even WWE cleared him up and he hasn't gotten too hurt. He jumped off that cage and broke his leg, but that's like any 50-year-old men shouldn't be jumping off high things. Again, you don't have a grandpa, bro? You're going to break your fucking knee or something, you know? So that happened, but that's like anyone could have got that same injury. But, you know, Edge can still go. So I'm not saying everybody. Saraya was allowed to wrestle, but she took it really easy. And now she's still taking it easy. Will WWE clear her? They might fucking not. They might be like, we don't care what you did in AEW. You're not taking bumps if you're here. And so, yeah, I don't know. I hope I'm making that point. I hope you guys get what I'm getting at here. He says, but just with Danielson as well, he calls out Danielson. And I was going to say this, like, Danielson wears that color trunks because that was Regal's color. And he loves like the maroony red, the blood red or whatever you want to call it. And, you know, Regal loves Danielson as well, but even he had to get the fuck out of AEW, and Danielson's over there, like, supporting, cheering this on. He loves this. Oh, Danielson's a fucking dumbass. Oh, shit. He's just one of the guys who broke through. He's just an indie darling guy who broke through and got so fucking popular, and good on him. I was there I fucking love Daniel. It's not going to deter me from being a fan of him as a wrestler. Right? But just IRL, it's like, oh, he's a dumbass. Oh, he reads lots of books. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Right? I'm not talking about that. He's a dumbass like fucking, you know, like Steve-O or whatever. And I don't care how rich these guys get. It's like, how many jackasses are you going to do before something real bad happens? It's a miracle real bad shit hasn't happened to those fucking guys. Even they take more precaution, it seems like, though, than these young AEW guys. Young AEW guys shouldn't be doing jackass shit. Go do jackass. Get what I'm getting at? So Danielson likes it. He likes the jackass shit, bro. He wants to see people, you know, he wants to do diving headbutts and completely fucking smash his brain to oblivion like Benoit and Dynamite Kid. It's what he wants to do. He wants to do missile drop kicks off the top and land on the back of his head a bunch, and Vince knew, like, I got to stop this guy. That's all I'm saying. So Regal says, Brian being one who's suffering daily like myself. So obviously Brian and Regal talk. Right? Obviously they fucking talk. He's suffering daily like myself from his neck. Bro, Danielson has little kids, man. That's not good. That is not good. When you get an injury and they tell you, yeah, you shouldn't lift more than 50 pounds, bro. And you're like 40 some, and you got a kid. How old's Danielson? 40, whatever. And you got a kid. And then you're cheering on, like you're supporting other kids doing this. I think that's a dumb thing. I'm not going to lie. Shout out Danielson. It's so he says it's a daily misery, and sleep and every other aspect of your life is more than hard. Although people use the term tough about me, you'll never hear me say that, as I'm not and don't think I am or have ever been. That's what tough guys say. They don't act tough because they're tough, you know? Money and whatever nonsense fame is supposed to be is not worth the pain or supposed 2-evening glory you get from these ridiculous moves dropping yourself on your head. The vast majority of fans don't know the difference between a vertical suplex and a brainbuster. And that's a far tamer move than many I see now. Bro, dude, that is it. This is where Sickos and Tony Khan and these guys and Excalibur, this is where the disconnect happens. Most people who turn on a wrestling show, they see a brainbuster or they see a suplex. They don't know the difference. They don't know the difference. Now, the uber sickos do. And I'm not saying don't you do a brainbuster as your finisher. But at the same time, there's ways to do things way safer. And maybe you save that like rough looking brainbuster that you know you can pull off for a fucking, I'm not saying don't hit pile drivers. My favorite move is the burning hammer. But you see how LA Knight does it? He kind of just does an F you. Instead of fucking just pile drive you on your fucking head at free fall speed. Right? So it's not like we can't do the moves. You just got to like, Moxley should know better. He should know better than dropping that fucking kid on his head. I'll be honest about that. That's why Regal took up for him too. Why is Regal got to who's not even in that company, the only one taking up for fucking Fletcher? I thought these wrestlers like this guy. Or these wrestling fans like this guy and the wrestlers. And I thought they're all high on him. Wouldn't they want to preserve that? Don't the wrestling fans want to see Fletcher for as long as they can? Or do they just want to see him get dropped on his head 3 more times? How many more times can he do that? You guys think? 3 more and then it goes awry? Like, what the fuck? Regal says, I'm 57, and because less relevant every day, but fame has never been my thing. So most of you doing this stupid stuff are not going to listen to me, but hopefully a few do. Stop it now if you want a decent quality of life after wrestling, because that part of your life will be over before you know it. And wrestling done right is hard enough, but broken necks or death is not something you should think is tough or cool. It's idiotic thinking. War games. And so we had, of course, reasonable thinking people, rational thinking people who work in WWE responded and posted their own shit. Ivar, for instance. And I'm sure I missed, there's a lot of people across the indies, NWA, TNA, all over supporting Regal. New Japan, pundits, old wrestling, podcast grifters, Brian, everybody has given a take on this as far as like, we support Regal. Good on everyone. I don't think anybody in AEW supported it because Tone put out the memo. They're scared. They walk on eggshells, right? Because they're scared that they'll be reprimanded and then, you know, they won't be booked anymore for criticizing Tone. But thank God a bunch of wrestlers stood up and said yes. And I'm sure I did not bookmark them all. Okay, guys, but just some key examples here. Ivar posted his own neck and said life altering. There was a before and an after. Man, I wish I could remember the before. And yeah, do you see that shit? Oh my God, I don't want that. Oh my God, I have a disc that's greatly reduced. Okay, greatly reduced, that I herniated in my lower back, and I live with it to this day. And I don't have to go out there like Ivar and bump every day. I do this shit, so I don't have to fucking bump. You know what I mean? Like, look at that shit in his back. Holy fuck, dude. I have like nightmares about that. I get fucking greebled out looking at that. Holy shit. And he's still out there doing cartwheels and shit. Ivar should slow it down too. I think I said that in his last match I saw. I was like, stop doing cartwheels and shit. Just fucking big guy wrestle. You know? But that is just, disgusting. And then we had Piper Niven. She came in and said the same thing because she may never wrestle again. Okay, and she recently hurt herself doing a running elbow drop senton that she fucked up. And she did it to who? Chelsea Green, or not Chelsea Green, Charlotte, or whoever she hit the move on. Right? And she may never wrestle again. And she goes, the line between, but I feel fine, and I just want to feel okay again, is horrifically thin. And you have zero idea how close you are to teetering on the edge of it. Please take heed, my darlings. Right? Like, take this advice. Thank God. Here's the thing. I don't give a fuck what anyone says about the Fed. They've invested so much into the future, and their wrestlers understand that that's the initiative right now, is investing in like, yo, we need to make sure that the next 50 years we're primed up and have people trained at this level. And thank God some of the best wrestlers in the world, like AJ Styles, have even understood the assignment as far as what WWE is and why it's the big leagues. It's way more impressive when Dragon Lee can do crazy shit, but he can also work a TV match and not, we don't have to worry about this. And the way he does routine things. And there's plenty of wrestlers like this. Tatum Paxley is a great example of this as well. Dragon Lee, you know, they'll just do like simple things, but they make it look like they're floating, or they're like adding a little twist to it. You know, they're just showing you something you've seen, but they're Penta doing the destroyer off the top rope. That was crazy as fuck. You've seen it one fucking time. You've seen it one time. One fucking time they did that. They did it to Waller. They did it for a reason. They were trying to really, that Raw in particular, they were trying to go all out with it. That's when you do something like that. You don't do it every single week. Now, you could say, oh, come on now, Phil. That's not very fair. Fletcher doesn't get suplexed on his head every week, but like, I think he does. And at least one person in AEW does every week. And people can sit there and get mad that every Raw isn't. I know they have TikTok brains and they just want to see move. But, you know, there's a reason why PLEs are worth talking about and worth indulging in, is because the way WWE builds them up. Just look at the attendance and the online discourse. That's all you have to look at. But anyways, Piper Niven with a tremendous, because Tony Khan would have loved getting Piper Niven. What was her name on the indies? Was it Piper Niven? I cannot remember, but he would have loved to have her. She was all the rage at the time. And so we got some Sicko responses. Unfortunately, you had to know they were coming. And so Kenny Omega tweeted this out, though, because what happened was a bunch of Sickos start saying like, so here we go. Kenny actually thanks Mr. Regal at the end of this, which is good. But a bunch of Sickos come out and they all like this post, even though this is kind of going against what they're saying, but this is a cope sesh from Kenny Omega. It really fucking is. And I'm going to own Kenny right here. Because the Sickos come out and they start saying shit like this. We'll circle back to the Kenny thing, but look at this. This guy at Jeffrey Law says, I'm not saying I disagree with Regal, but why wait until something happened in AEW to say something? Did he not see Braun Breaker get dropped on his head last month? If you're going to call out one thing, keep the same energy and call out everything. Jimmy Corderas responds, this comment here shows how much fans don't understand the difference between a mistake and a planned move, where one or both people intentionally land on your neck head. And that's just it. That is just it. Moxley knew the move he was doing is a dumb fucking move. He should have known better. And this is exactly right. Braun Breaker, he didn't intentionally, even Big E, I guess the belly to belly, but it was like a non-intentional fucking neck break. It's a move that people take all the fucking time. And it's like a scoop slam. You break your neck on a scoop slam unless you're in there with someone who's really green and doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. It's hard to like put blame one way or the other. Like that's routine shit. It's the fact that like you didn't have to do that arm trap Tazplex off the fucking top onto his head. That's what that move is. So again, it's just Sickos don't understand the fucking difference. And then it gets more intense. Like listen to this disgusting shit. So Sport of Wrestling. Now, you guys remember him. If you guys go back, way back in PWT, I used to make fun of this guy all the time, his videos and everything. And he disappeared for a while. His wife was begging him. And this is why I stopped making fun of him, because I actually felt bad. But his wife was begging him to stop. And he tweeted about it. He made videos talking about it. She was begging him to stop making content, and he was putting out tweets like, please, can someone please just donate $1 or like this tweet so I can prove to my wife it's worth it and shit. And he's not trolling. Like, he would film videos and you'd see like this guy's, there's something wrong with his fucking brain. So I stopped like poking at him, but then he says some gross ass shit like this. He goes, and this guy's, yeah, I don't want to, whatever. He's got a family and shit though. And this is what he says. And we all wished Regal got paralyzed. We don't give a shit about him. You are a fucking retard. He is a piece of shit human being in real life. Fuck him. Guys, like, it's... I get comments under my videos like, what are you obsessed with fucking AEW? Yeah, I am. I'm obsessed with wrestling. What do you give a fuck? We're all obsessed with it. That's why we're fucking here. We can't get enough of it, right? The fuck are you crying about? What do you like? Yeah. But this is kooky, weird, like obsessed about defending AEW for some reason. Like, I don't care if WWE fucks up. I'll talk about it. I talk about it all the fucking time. The title in this video is WWE exposed and shit. Their texts were exposed and shit. We're going to read them and laugh at them. This is crazy, though. You know, I might call even like a guy like Fingershay or Stinkashay, but I would never say some shit like this to him. That's so fucking crazy and unhinged. Like, Tony doesn't care about you, bro. He doesn't even care about his wrestlers to tell them not to do that. So, moving along, we have way more Sicko shit in here. And then Kenny, though, like, he does this shit pisses me off what Kenny does. We're going to get into it. But this guy here, Mark Smith, says, shut the fuck up, old man. WWE is at its best when dudes are getting dropped on their domes. I don't think so, bud. Because some people actually know how to work. Knowing how to work to this redact is being fucking dropped on your head. Also, you were an alcoholic and a pill abuser, bro. So? So fucking dumb people are. So? And then what does that have to do with him talking about the screws in his necks? neck. Your recovery involved a liter of vodka and some oxys. So once again, shut the fuck up. I would love to see Regal stretch these motherfuckers. Just line them up and watch them all get fucking stressed out. So this person here, him named type, Crown says, I'm going to be honest, fuck these N-words over at Titan Towers, TKO Sports, The Fed, and WWE. Okay, you just fuck them N-words all at the same place. You just said the same place 4 different ways. AEW runs this professional wrestling shit. In what way do they run this professional wrestling shit? I just don't get it. And we'll dictate the terms of what's safe versus what's not. No, bro, gravity and physiology and fucking science. Bro, you don't work there. Jesus. Safe versus what's not. WWE is media content organization. They're not pro wrestling. Fuck them. I'm tired. Yeah, we can tell. With your Geico the Gecko looking ass motherfucker over here, dude. Crazy, dude. Just a fucking smooth brain sicko. So Kenny like sweeps for the shit and 27,000 likes. No, fuck you. I'm about to dismantle Kenny's tweet here, okay? Kenny goes, regardless of timing or perceived intent, the general message from Mr. Regal remains a positive one. Tribalism, whataboutism, and other isms aren't needed here. Safety often takes a back seat when a wrestler is locked in and actively chasing the dragon. We all sometimes need a voice from afar to tether us back to reality and to tell us that the risks have consequences. The odds aren't in our favor, and none of us will walk away unscathed. This isn't company versus company or wrestler versus wrestler. Kenny, then tell the fucking sickos that. Tell the fucking sickos that. I'm so tired of you fucking AEW wrestlers going, hey, man, hey now, everyone. Let's not do the Fed versus AEW. Let's not do that. It's not us versus them. We're all one, guys. It's not that. Let's not do that, guys, because it isn't about that. Like, that's even what's going on, Kenny. That's not what's going on. It's Regal set of fact, a bunch of retards who identify as we when it comes to AEW. We hope he dies. We will dictate what's safe. N-words. And then that's who's fucking... That's what he said, man. Don't get mad at me. That's what that last dude said. And it's just them doing that and attacking people and wishing death or worse on Mr. Regal because he just said a fucking fact. Stop pretending it's like this WWE versus fucking no, man. Everybody, TNA wrestlers, NWA wrestlers, everything. It's everybody versus AEW and Sickos right now. And that's because of this shit. No accountability. Now, you'd get a pass with this perfectly professional answer. Like, you don't want to say fuck your fans and all this shit. But you don't get a pass with me, bud, because it's been too much of this. It's too much. It shouldn't be about whataboutism. You mean like the fucking sickos who went, well, yes, that's who I'm calling out, Phil. I don't give a fuck. Stop doing this. It shouldn't be blah, blah, blah. Say, yo, AEW fans, William Regal's right. I love you all. William Regal's right. And we will do better. Okay? Young guys especially. If you're older in your career, whatever, Mox made his money. Mox made his money. He doesn't give a fuck. What is he going to pay for Fletcher's life? Him and Sky Blue's kids after he paralyzes this fucking guy? Same as Sky Blue. Fucking falling in barbed wire. She's walking runways. Tony fucking breaks her leg by letting some fucking chick dive on her on a collision. No one's watching. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Fuck you guys. You're all rich and this is what I said too. At what point does this just become Tony Khan? Why doesn't Tony Khan just do wrestling in his backyard then? and air it on YouTube and just let you sickos watch it? Why is it supposed to be TV and pay-per-views and crossovers with DC, and you guys are putting over all the capitalism in that respect? Tony Khan makes the crowd chant pay-per-view, and you guys are all cheering it in that respect. If it's just for the art, at what point is Tony Khan just going to have matches in his fucking backyard and it'll be to the death? Tony Khan might as well just hire and invite Dave and all these fucking sickos, Elboo and John Alba and all these fucking cringe lords. Invite them to your house, Tony, wine and dine them, and hire 2 wrestlers to just go till one drops dead. Right? Just do that. Fucking Django Unchained style, dude. Right? Like, what's the end game here? What do you want to have happen? Someone drop dead? So it's like, this isn't company versus company. Maybe he's trying to help the sickos like understand here, but he should just say it outright. He should just say, you guys are being too crazy. Okay? This is about a general awareness and knowing that the cost of what we do is directly related to the amount and severity of risks that we take. Keeping that in mind, as athletes, we aren't all created equally. As responsible adults, we need to be realistic and know our own physical limits. I'd have to give my head a shake if I wanted to try a twisting shooting star, but I'd never say a word to Pac. Oh my God, Kenny, you're fucking coping because you have helped perpetrate this shit for a decade.
Coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
I would never tell that to Pac. Bro, Moxley should fucking know better. Moxley should have known better too. I look at all this as great food for thought, something to always be cognizant of. It shouldn't be about making it a competition. Okay. And then say, AEW Sickos, this is directed to you. Thank you, Mr. Regal. Can always count on Kenny for being a voice of reason among this insufferable discourse. It's just sickos. It's just sickos and then people saying, this is fucked up and cooked. Why are they wishing death? Why do I have to screen grab death and shit on the TL? Why do I have to do that? When is someone going to address this? When is Steamboat Tone going to say something? When will anyone say something? And they fucking won't. And that's why shit won't get better. And this Sport of Wrestling guy, like, look, man. 31 subs, 41 videos. No, this is a new channel, by the way. Guys, a year ago? Yeah, no, I don't know. No, 2022, this is it. Yeah, so that's his channel. He changed it to Freddie Bronson. And, yeah, and I'm not here to roast people's views either. It's not about that. But that guy was literally online going, my wife is like, please send one super chat or whatever it was. Send one fucking like. He was begging for likes, like to let her know it's all worth it, what I'm doing. And he's doing that. That's what he's doing. No wonder your wife doesn't think you should be doing that. You fucking lunatic, loser. Let me check in with chat. Do you guys want to finish? I have a few more sickos unrelated. Do you guys want the few more sickos? Or do you guys want to go back to AEW news? Let me know. It's the New Year's show. You guys didn't even vote last time. You just let me pick. But just let me know in chat. You guys can super chat in or become a member or gift memberships as well. I appreciate you all so much. Just hit like or fucking retweet or whatever. Subscribe for the end of the year. In 2026, I'm coming with a vengeance, with a fury with the content. And PWT Pod is making a comeback as far as it will be more like focused episodes the way it was in the past, where like I had a fucking topic and then someone came on where it was like boom, ba boom, ba bing, and then maybe like a review mixed in there of shows, because I do miss reviewing like NXT. Let's break it down. You know what I mean? So we'll do more of that again as well coming into the new year. And thank you guys for being with me through all of my wonky times over the holidays and whatnot. Every December, I, do lots of family shit. So I just appreciate everyone still turning up and turning out. Sassy Go has been a member for 6 months. If we get to 100 likes, I will super chat $50 for the last PWT of 2025. So there you guys go. You heard it here. We need to get to 100 likes. We're at 48 likes. I don't even know if there's 100 watching on the YouTube channel right now, but if you're on X, youtube.com/@ProWrestleClips, just come over there, hit like, and Sassy Gill will do a $50 super chat. And I appreciate that, Sassy Gill, so goddamn much. And thank you for all your support and your membership as well. And I hope you've been enjoying Member Mondays. Lincoln Hawk for 5 says, how do you not know the difference between a suplex and a brainbuster? The spelling is very different. You're a fucking sicko,
The best
dude.
guys, Tony Khan.
Don't even start with me, Lincoln. Yeah. The Sickos and Wackos do, man. I don't know about the cashes, the cashies. You know what I'm saying? So, getting a text over. Yeah. Getting text over here now. I'm over here now. Thank you so much. What else is chat saying? I did for Phil. Imagine a PWT crossover with DTKC. Yeah, that would be awesome. I didn't really know Kev Castle. You know what I'm saying? But I think I might have been on a stream with him one time, I think, maybe, or once or twice, maybe when I did Soup. I don't remember. Up to 55 likes. Let's go. Get those up. A suplex is a brainbuster, and a brainbuster is a suplex. Finkel, Einhorn, Finkel, Einhorn. Oh, there's 107 in chat, guys. Run it the fuck up to 100, please. Even if you're hate watching, like, come on, it's the new year. It's starting a new leaf. No more AEW. Lil Wayne and them knows him. Okay. 48. Oh, Haystack. Okay. Haystack Calhoun is what comes to mind for me, right? Wasn't that guy's name, Haystacks Calhoun? Didn't we watch a video like on his son or something like that? Either way, let's do some more Sickos. We got a few. Might as well end the year strong. So again, an AEW Sicko shows up. Now this is just kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie, but he shows up at a WWE live event in Tampa, and he tried to get AJ Styles to sign his AEW world title, which is pretty funny. But this title looks really dirty, or like these diamonds like fell off it. So this guy must bring it around everywhere. And AJ does the professional thing. He's like, I can't do that, because really imagine, like, he's never been in AEW, an AEW signed world title. I don't know. I could see that going on eBay and some fucking sicko paying a good penny for that. But, or maybe this guy just really wants it, which is cool. But also, like, he's never been in that company. It is cringe in a way, but.
Is this on? It's for my brother. Is this on? Yes. Like, is it videotaping? Yes, it is. All right, turn it back around. Nick, Matt, I love you. Can't sign this though. Please, AJ.
And they laughed. The security guy's like, no, he's not going to do it. But AJ handled it well. Just a smile. Hey, he gave him his moment too. Like on camera. Hey, I ain't going to sign this one. Keeps it moving. Shouts out the Bucks. I mean, that's all good. So this Righteous Reg guy wants to blame the fans. And Tony Khan does the same thing. And I'm going to go off on this in a bit, but Righteous Reg goes, it's a pattern with women's wrestling. At some point, we have to start blaming the fans. These sickos will never get it. This is why the audience is dwindling. I don't know how these dudes get prominent followings in fucking the pro wrestling space with ass takes like this. Let's blame the fans. It's a reason almost every pay-per-view AEW puts on, they only react to Tony Storm. What if American AEW fans don't like women's wrestling? It's starting to be a problem. No, dude. Well, here's the thing. The AEW fans, yeah, I mean, the fucking women make them nervous, bro. They chain them up in their basement, bro. I don't know if you've been paying attention this year. But no, we just have to blame Tony's trash ass booking. That's what it is, man. They just don't care about anyone. Clearly they care about Tony. They care about Mina. Okay, they don't care about anyone else because no one's booked properly there. Every gimmick sucks. No one gets over. Everybody's hurting their value. And it's not just because there's a cabal of evil fucking... It's not this conspiracy theory where everyone's just like out to get AEW. It's just, it's bad. I don't know what. TNA was bad. We all went, it's bad. And then we stopped watching. You know what I mean? It's just what happened. Deal with it. What if they don't like women's wrestling? Then how is Tony Khan the booker of the year? Because Tony's a bad booker, bud. That's all it is. So there's this guy here. Well, Peter Rosenberg. Let's start with him. He says, maybe right before the main event isn't the time for a rambling speech about God knows what. So criticizing Moxley, which is true. Moxley cut like an Ultimate Warrior level. Oh, and we're going to win a fight forever. Oh. It's like, bro, I thought you were fucking sober now. I thought you were off the sauce, Mox. What the fuck's going on? And then Kingpin Ricochet goes, Peter, not like this. And then Justin Wang. Now, Justin Wang, this is what I'm talking about. He's a guy who, like, I used to love his YouTube videos. His sickodom, I didn't know because I wasn't in the IWC as much as I fucking am now, obviously. But Justin Wang, or Wang, whatever, I'd watch his videos all the fucking time. He's such a sicko. Like, some of his tweets are fucking like, whoa, dude, you're a crazy, like, you're an uber sicko, bro. And it's completely turned me off of his videos. Like, I just can't even watch them anymore. When they pop up in the timeline, I'm probably still subscribed to his shit. But it's like, I'm just like, pass. You know? And it doesn't matter what it's about. And he just he tweets this out in response. He goes, he's been sucking dick for decades to get this job. He has to do it. Which, Rosenberg, listen, I'm not like the biggest Peter Rosenberg fan, as you all know either. And, I mean, I don't know who he glazed to get a WWE job. But, again, like... Dude, you like, then what is Will Washington? You know, what are these guys who fucking are all glazing to try and get jobs with Tone? And it's funny how that's now the narrative. Like, I've been on that shit forever. But either way, yeah, Justin Wang, dude, just completely, like, his sickodom made me go, whoa, I don't know if I can fuck with this dude's videos anymore, just because it's like, that's all I think about. It like cringes me out. So, Doug Butabi, which, by the way, A Night at the Roxbury, one of the greatest. Doug and Steve Butabi? No? I love that movie. So, Doug Butabi says, I've legit never seen Regal have a good match. And then this person posts this and then a screen grab. Dream faction time. Sir Regal, Bryan Danielson, Moxley, Hero, Castagnoli, Hook. And then Doug Butabi. Lord Regal, Mox, Danielson, Garcia, Moriarty, and Yuta. How fucked is it that this guy, that this is how you know you're booking for the wrong people. This is how you know. This is why AEW's failing. This is how you know I'm right. Because this Doug Butabi guy, who will legit at the drop of a dime just go, I've legit never seen Regal have a good match, is fantasy mark booking Lord Regal, Mox, Danielson, Garcia, and Yuta. And that's literally what the faction is. Booker
the best
of the
guys, Tony Khan.
An AI South Park bot fucking profile, Sicko, who loves Will Ferrell because he's also called Mugatu. Isn't that the guy's name in like Zoolander as well? So this guy's just like a Will Ferrell stan. Whatever, Will Ferrell's cool, but this Sicko South Park AI account booked literally what Tony Khan ended up booking. Fucking cute.
This is great.
This is how you know AEW's cooked, man. This is how you know Tony Khan's bad at booking. It's literally just sickos with their 2K fantasies just come up with his shit years in advance of him. Terrible. So Burn Baby Burn, Disco Inferno. This is from Neckbeard here, posted this one. And where's my Meltzer Inferno? We'll just play Meltzer Inferno.
Learn, baby, learn. Meltzer Inferno.
So this Wrestle Purist response to MJF again. So MJF, we're going to talk about this in AEW news, but MJF talked about, and he has this quote saying, journalists, no matter how many tickets we sell, no matter how many pay-per-view buys we get, blah, 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 they fucking sweep for WWE or whatever, when the exact opposite is happening. MJF for surely had to know that what he was doing by saying this, because he for surely knows. He calls Elbu on the phone. MJF does. Okay? MJF will do pods that get no fucking views. All these guys, all the dirt sheets, all the media sweeps for Tony Khan. They all want jobs. And Elbu and retards like Elbu will fucking believe MJF, and he's running to defend MJF because they're friends. Okay? And I was fucking, you guys want an allegedly? I got an allegedly that I think I'm going to read to you guys as well about MJF being champ right now. And, because MJF knows that the complete opposite happens, right? But he pulls so much, he has so much pull in AEW that, like he just comes and goes. I've been covering this. MJF just goes and films a movie, comes back, wins the title, Joe goes, whatever. And the problem is that, like, these guys aren't established. They're establishing themselves further in Hollywood than they are in pro wrestling. That's the fucking problem. Like, MJF's getting a leg up on his Hollywood career. So that's why it's not a big deal when, like, Brock or The Rock comes back. It's not the same thing. It's not the same level. And AEW's not fucking established. But I got an allegedly here. Okay, and I can't remember who
allegedly,
told me this, but they said was talking to someone there. He said that MJF has been fucking with Tony Khan behind the scenes for months, forever, such as shutting down creative that has already started of TV or randomly taking time off to do acting work despite little to no notice. And apparently that's what happened with the Jeff Jarrett thing. Like, he was doing something with Jeff Jarrett, and apparently he had a tantrum and was like, oh, what is that? Like, give me something better. And then that just died out of nowhere. He says that Tony's making MJF champion again is only going to lead to more trouble. So, I don't know, man. Take that for what it's worth. Can't remember who told me that. And Elbu goes, what dirt sheet writer did AEW hire? Because Disco responded to the shit and was like, yeah, like they hire dirt sheet, right? Has WWE ever hired a dirt sheet writer? No, that would be AEW. And then Elbu, what dirt sheet writer did AEW hire? Will Washington, stupid. Will Washington worked for Fightful and shit, didn't he? Elbu, you're glazing because you want that job.
Sometimes
next.
in life, you got to be a hoe.
He calls Dave on the phone. So, what the fuck? Moving along here. So Neckbeards has been beefing with this guy for a long time. Okay. And I used to make fun of this guy more, but again, it gets sad and you're like, fuck, man, I don't. And this guy will screen grab PWT. Follow the Revolution is his name. FTR Follow the Revolution. And he'll screen grab my tweets and shit and talk shit about me and stuff. It's cool. And he knows, he's seen me roasting him and shit. But this was the guy who like made that post saying, oh, I want to go, like I go outside at AEW shows and meet kids and take pictures with them. And he posted pictures of himself with random kids. And like, okay, let's say, and I'm not sitting here saying that's like PDF file activity. I'm just saying like, it's a little weird, buddy. It's a little, it's fucking creepy. It's kind of, no, regular motherfuckers wouldn't do shit like that, you know? Is your name Mr. Rogers? No? Then don't be doing shit like that, okay? Fucking weird, man. Are you one of the wrestlers? No? Then don't try and meet my kid out front of the fucking venue. So, you know what I'm saying, guys? So this guy FTR, and shout out Neckbeards, he's been beefing with this guy for a little while here. Oh, man. So this guy posts, in the truck, en route to my 12-hour workday on this frigid 5-degree morning, and it has been elevated to a promising start to the day. Stay elite. And then Neckbeards writes, like, quotes what he said there, in the truck on my way to a 12-hour workday. And then Neckbeards writes, then this guy proceeds to post on Facebook incessantly about AEW for the next 12 hours. Either you lie about having a job or you pretend that posting on Facebook is your full-time job. Exactly. So look, Neckbeards, like, they're beefing. So he's watching everything this guy's doing. Like, this guy's fantasy mark booking at his work. He's fantasy mark booking the Diamond and Purple League for AEW's Women's Continental Classic. And his booking's so bad, he does what Tony does too. He puts Monet and Athena and in the same bracket because they're tag partners together, you know? So then they final together. Like, it's the exact same thing Tone did. Oh, man, it's way too good. And Shafir and Bane on this side. Oh, man. So, and there's some people who get mad, like this guy's responding to Neckbeards. Why are you stalking his Facebook page after he blocked you on Twitter? Man, they're beefing. Like, the guy like him and Neckbeards are fucking clashing heads. Okay, bud? So it's like, it's mutual combat. Like, I agree as far as like if Neckbeards was just doing this unsolicited, but it's just a matter of like, that guy blocked Neckbeards, but he'll screen grab Neckbeards and talk shit. He blocked me, he'll screen grab me and talk shit on Facebook or whatever. And it is what it is. I'm not going to go check out his Facebook. I don't use Facebook, but yeah, he's right though. Like, this guy is like, hey, I'm off to my 12-hour work day on a frigid fucking whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then he's posting about A-dubs for 12 hours. Like, look at this shit. 4 hours ago, 6 hours ago, 9 hours ago, like for 12 hours straight. Like, since that post, look, 11 hours, like every few hours. Or just within the same hour multiple times. So, I don't know, man. Pretty cringe. A hilarious own. And then lastly, man, we have here John Alba and JD have been fucking beefing as well. They've been beefing hard as well. And John Alba, he finally broke, like JD broke him, and he goes, nonstop grift. It's not a grift, John. To just have opinions on shit, it's not a grift. Other than what you do is a grift. And then listen to John's cope here. I've never told anyone how to feel, nor has anyone else. It's all selective outrage to try to draw clicks. I'm embarrassed. I'm even signal boosting it. Grift, signal boosting, selective outrage. What are you gonna fucking what are you gonna call him, a Nazi next, dude? You know what I mean? Like, how many buzzwords can you fit into a fucking thing, John? You're coping. A difference between JD and many of my colleagues is that we could do his job. He couldn't do ours. No, you couldn't, John. No, you couldn't. Say what you will about JD, whether you like him or not. And anyone who wants to challenge me and go, you're fucking sweeping for JD now.
Sure
I
thing,
fucking
bro.
make fun
Sure
of him
thing.
more than anyone. I make fun of people, of everyone more than everyone. Okay. So Alba couldn't do what JD does, or he wouldn't work for fucking Screen Rant and Sports Illustrated. Trust me. He couldn't get in front of a mic and be as entertaining as fucking JD. Period. Whether you like JD or not, whether you find him entertaining or not. That's just an objective truth. Why? Because he's got the most viewers in the fucking space. You can't do what he does or you do it. The difference is any and many, and then he follows up with this cope. He couldn't do ours. John, many people do your job. AI was doing your job before AI was even good. AI is actually good now. AI was doing your job at Sports Illustrated. Many people can and do learn and do this hacktivist shit and write for these digital publications. Okay? I did it back in the day too. And you can, okay? And anyone can do it, okay? It's realistically, if you're able to write coherent fucking sentences, you're able to get a job at Screen Rant or Sports Illustrated, bud. It's just the truth, or at least before. I don't know how SIs ran now. I thought it went out of fucking business, okay? But it's to have a personality, be charismatic, draw an audience, cut a promo. John, you can't do that. That's why you partner with Matt Hardy on his pod and get less views than JD still. And it's Matt fucking Hardy. That's why you do that. And JD does what he does. Okay? And to call it a grift is so fucking rich coming from a guy they voted Tony Khan, and then here's our big Tony Khan interview. And we give AEW every fucking award. That's rich, bro. You know? I don't know if JD's at petty level anymore. Here's the thing, too. Like, it can't be a grift when it just shows how fucking stupid these sickos and these guys like John Alba, these pompous fucks are. Because JD puts AEW over a bunch all the time. It's super shitty, and now he's telling everyone how shitty it is. Now, you guys can say he jumped on the wave or he whatever. Maybe that is the case, but is it also not true that AEW's shitty? Maybe he's just calling it like he sees it. I don't know. I don't consume his content enough to even fucking know. But it's like, he has put AEW shit over. I've seen him put AEW shit over recently. I put WWE shit over. I bury WWE shit. I put AEW shit over. I bury AEW shit. That's what we're all doing. Now, there's people out there like Sport of Wrestling and Elbu and Took Timbo and these redacts who just glaze. No, just glaze? We in here. Just glaze. We gonna get it popping in here. Oh man, there's dudes who just glaze AEW. We're just gonna glaze AEW show, and then there's people who have shows that they mostly only talk about WWE because it's the only shit that's popping. It's the only shit with motion. It's the only shit that's doing anything, making moves. So I don't know, man. John Alba calling him a grifter, I just think that's fucking hilarious. And JD's past like petty swindles. He's not pettily swindling anyone. If he's hating on Dax, maybe it's petty, but I mean, Dax is washed now. Let's be honest. The FTR's washed now. They're not hitting like they used to, as the kids would say. We could listen to JD.
We just saw Okada beat Takeshita by cheating to win. So Okada goes into the finals to lose to Jon Moxley, which in my honest opinion was the wrong move. This tournament after Okada beat Takeshita should have been Okada's to win. So now all I'm looking at is you gave that win to Jon Moxley for what reason? The whole fucking point was to give to
And yo, just so y'all can see, like Chi-Town Smark is just eating the whole
Cash
time.
did that
He doesn't want to. Like this is what. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how JD. Well, I mean, whatever. You don't need someone there agreeing with you all the time, but this dude just sits there and he'll just be like, "Damn, that's whack." I bet that's all he'll say. Like he won't say anything.
over Kazuchika Okada. So now Okada's been beaten. So when Takeshita eventually gets to Okada and he beats Okada, what's the fucking point? Okada should have won the seat too. He should have won the fucking tournament. He should have took all that, retired Tanahashi, fucking went into the new year and had Takeshita beat him.
I agree with JD. That would have been better booking. But no, Moxley, dude. Now I'm babyface just because I said, this is for the wrestlers. Even though I like drowned 80% of them and kidnapped their friends and fucking stabbed them all with screwdrivers and shit in Minecraft.
So I don't really understand the point of that. Secondly, Jon Moxley won the fucking tournament and cut this rah-rah babyface promo that everything is great.
Oh, I got my tongue buried up John Alba's ass. Oh.
AEW, this is where the best wrestle in the C2 it's like a love letter to.
Yo, Chi-Town Smart, watch this fucking guy, man. Watch Chi-Town Smart's dealing with he's got a food tray.
That is,
watch
you gave that win to Jon Moxley for what reason?
He's eating.
The whole fucking point was to give Takeshita that.
Just watch Chi-Town. I know it's small off to the side. Just watch this fool, man. He is, look, that's like a whole, he's got soup. He's eating an au jus. My guy's got an au jus. He's got a beef dip and an au jus going on. And then watch this, man. He's got a big cup. He's got a fucking.
He should have won the fucking tournament. He should have took all that, retired Tanahashi, fucking went into the new year and had Takeshita beat him.
He ain't even listening.
So I don't really understand the point of that. Secondly, Jon Moxley won the fucking tournament and cut this rah-rah babyface promo.
He's just chugging down. Let's look how long this chug is.
That everything is great in AEW. This is where the best wrestle in the C2.
Oh, he's going back for seconds.
It's like a love letter to pro wrestling.
Damn, he washed that down good. Oh, man, that had to have been some good eats right there, man.
Isn't this the same Jon Moxley that
now you pick his
wanted to kill AEW by giving everybody the vision of the Death Riders because there was a problem within AEW and he wanted to smarten everybody up about AEW and this is what they should do. Everybody should lead by example and follow the Death Rider way. Now we're going back to being pro AEW?
And then it goes silent, and then Chi-Town goes, I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Then he cuts this promo, and the Death Riders are standing in the fucking ring, all giving him a standing ovation. Like, I'm waiting for them to fucking turn on him and beat his ass right there. Everything that he said was...
I'll beat that ass.
Defiant against...
But he is right. He's 100% right. The most over heels in the company who've been ruining everything are just there applauding him. Yeah, we're good guys now. So Garcia can wiggle his dick again.
Everything we got, Jesse, for 12 months, all I saw was them waste every second of our last year by having Jon Moxley cut that promo and basically disregard everything that we've gotten leading up to him losing that championship to Adam Page in Texas. I was dumbfounded by the amount of stupidity and the haphazard booking that we got to close that Continental Classic. Additionally, now, because of this loss to Jon Moxley by Okada, now we have an additional 2 championships on television that we didn't need because the championships aren't unified. So the way that I look at it is, Moxley's got the Continental title, but what does Okada really lose? He's still a champion at the end of the tournament. How ridiculous.
Yeah, but that's what... It's just everything's 50-50 book now. So that's how Tony thinks he's making people strong. We'll keep them strong. He'll still have a belt because we need a belt on Okada, and then we can just beat our way into the hit. Well, he had this belt. I mean, it's kayfabe the same way Tony cheated himself into the history books. Just the way he did with his money. He doesn't know. It's just entitled rich boy shit. He doesn't know shit. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the Sicko segment. Okay, let's head back over here. We have some AEW news. 452 for 2 says, I'm glad Connor never had to see Danielson in AEW. Oh, come on now, 452. That's not, no, you said Connor, not Conrad. Yeah, Connor the Crusher. You're right, dude. That shit makes me sad when I think about, you know, Connor's Cure and all that, dude. All those sick kids. God bless, you know, John Cena and Cody Rhodes and guys like that. Okay, so we have some more AEW news. Let's get into this. Yeah, I want to eat and get drunk, guys. Happy New Year's Eve to everybody who's tuned in. I'm deaf in one ear right now because of this head cold. It has fucked me up, but let's get into it. So Hyan and Maya World are all elite. Right after Fightful put out this thing like, oh, they're very held in high regard. And then the graphic comes out, they're all elite. Good for them, though. You know, getting those 6 figures now. So getting $100K minimum there each. And they're on salary and not just like per diem or whatever. So, yeah, shout them out. Good for them. MJF is the world champion at World's End. We all know that. This is what MJF did here too. And it's like, okay, so the Rizzlers fans, you know what I mean? The Rizzlers fans could have been in the crowd or whatever. The Rizzler could be watching this and you're just jerking off and tossing it at people. It's just so fucking lame. MJF, I hate to hate on the guy. He's in great shape. His hair fucking transplant or whatever worked well. His hair's looking great. You know, I'm not going to knock his work in Hollywood. He's a solid wrestler and all that. It's just, I think he's smart though too. He should just ride this up until when he goes to WWE. Then he can show us his new shit. You know, don't use any of your new shit in AEW to get away from the jerking off and like all that shit is not going to get over in WWE. You know, and they won't let you just splash random kids with alcoholic beverages and shit. So, Chris Jericho, his contract with AEW expires December 31. So, as the fucking clock ticks down, I bet tonight we get Jericho on his socials. This is what I'm fantasy mark booking right here on Jericho's socials tonight. Okay. A video drops on all of his socials. Okay. And this is what the video is. You guys ready?
I look and see it's not just me. So many others have stood where I stand. We are the young, so raise your hand. They call us problem child. We spent our lives on trial. We walk an endless mile. We are the youth gone wild. We stand and we won't fall. We're one and one for all. The writing's on the wall. We are the youth gone wild. Let me get wild. Yay!
And then right after a countdown starts and it's like, down, down. You know what I mean? Like the Royal Rumble and it's like fucking, right? And he's like, you come down. And then fucking explosions, fucking pew, pew, pew. And then it's like, break the walls down, break down the wall. Oh yeah, this is a video, right? It's not his actual entrance at the Rumble. No, I would, if I was him on socials, I'd drop a video of like, you know, a countdown, bah, or maybe don't do that, just show up at the Rumble, but we'll get some Y2J throwback shit. And yeah, as of midnight tonight, Jericho's a fucking free agent and he'll be the youth gone wild. So we watched JD meltdown about the Continental title or whatever the fuck, the unified title, it's gone. It's not on the website. And so it's just some dumb shit that Tony tried and realized was stupid and then didn't fix until later, I guess. I don't know. Missy Hyatt says, I'm at a friend's house. They ordered the AEW pay-per-view a few days ago. Arn Anderson warned about going too far with the modern style. I just watched the Moxley deliver a cutthroat pile driver to Fletcher. The impact to his neck was dangerous. So we covered that already, guys, in another clip, or you got to rewind the stream or whatever the fuck. And everything's just a joke in AEW, and that's why Jack Perry does shit like this.
Hey, Jack. What up, man? You got it. Crawl your way up. You say hi to the Bucks for me.
He's just having fun. But still, like, while wrestlers are like trying to get heat and shit, you don't think that's like distracting and fucking like kind of disrespect to the guys in the ring? You think the Sickos would be like, they're doing moves in the ring, though. You have to praise this and behold its glory. The in-ring real graps in the ring, bruv. And now it's just like joke time.
Oh, no. Put it in. Oh, there you go. Yes. Perfect. Perfect. No, not Ricochet. Come on, Bald, you suck.
Come on, Bald, you suck. Oh, my God. That's great. Calling him Bald. That's fucking funny. So, speaking of funny, we have a lot of Tony Khan interview action, but in other news, New Japan announced that Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay will be among the guests for Hiroshi Tanahashi's retirement ceremony at Wrestle Kingdom. So that should be good. Let's see here. AEW presents New Year's Eve edition of Dynamite tonight. And so we'll hear from MJF. We're not going to watch it together, guys. I don't know if it's on right now or what the fuck, but we'll hear from MJF, the AEW World Champion. Mercedes Moné is the TBS champ, and she will be defending against Willow because I called it. Willow's going to pin her, then she's going to get the title match or whatever, even though they were in tag and 8 women tag and all this shit. So this is, well, let me break down how bad this is just real quick. So just to recap, Willow Nightingale and them won the fucking tag tournament. They're the champs. They're in an 8-woman tag the next week against Moné, Athena, Shafir, and Bane. Moné I believe it was them. Sorry if I fucked that up. I'm sorry. It might have been the Sisters of Sin or something, but it doesn't matter because Moné got the pin. Pardon me. On Willow Nightingale in an 8-woman tag. So, and then then that earned her a tag title match with Athena at the pay-per-view, even though it was an 8-woman tag and you guys have a fucking trios division. So like for men and shit. So just none of it matters. That's all it's telling us. And then at the pay-per-view in a tag match, Willow pinned Moné. So that automatically gets her a shot at fucking Moné's single title. That's how Tony books. It is so bad and shitty. Another way he books is he puts Josh Alexander against Jon Moxley. So again, now out of nowhere, okay, out of fucking nowhere with zero explanation, no redemption. There are stories in AEW. Dave, what's the fucking story here? Sickos and Dave Meltzer, what's the story here? What's the story? Where's the redemption arc? What did Moxley do to make us want to cheer him and sit there and go, oh yeah, he's fighting heels, we'll just cheer for him? This is the fucking definition of no story, of zero fucking story, zero. And he just books him against a heel, Josh Alexander. So for some reason, a guy who's never won gets an eliminator match against the champion, where if he beats the champion, he doesn't just beat the champion, then he gets a shot at the champion who he just beat. It's a fucking autistic 6th grader booking this shit. Ricochet defends the national championship against Jack Perry for some reason. So I might throw it on in the background. But yeah, Chris Jericho's a free agent in a few hours, guys. In a few hours, the countdown is happening. And AEW, just to show you, what they've been trending like lately. AEW World's End peaked at 1.9K live viewers on the live YouTube pay-per-view stream, up from Wrestle Dream 1.7K and Full Gear 1.8K. Google search data shows that World's End had 11% less search interest than Full Gear, but 41% more search interest than Wrestle Dream. And so, yeah, there you go. Let's see. Here's the chart here. So Full Gear was popping more than World's End. Dave will say this set records, Brian, and pay-per-view buys. But yeah, it was less interest than the last pay-per-view as far as even search trends are concerned, not just people buying it, right? So what does it mean for people buying it? I'm willing to believe they have like 90,000 people who will just buy whatever the fuck they put on, and just people like who just buy the shit. Like people like me, we're doing a show, we gotta fucking put it on, right? Or just people who are like, I like wrestling, and like I like wrestling enough to where I enjoy the fucking matches and shit too. I mean, come on, man. I'm not gonna. It's just honestly the overarching booking and then dealing with sickos. You're just like, what the fuck? We can't even. I'm glad it exists, though. I mean, fuck. I make fun of it on YouTube, and I have a blast doing it. I got to be honest. So speaking of having a blast doing shit, and that's all you can really do in life. Tony Khan, and I don't know. Guys, you can hear my voice. It's raspy. I'm nasally. My fucking ears plugged. I know you motherfuckers want the Steamboat tone voice. I don't know if I can do it this whole goddamn time. I got to be honest. But what I can do is plug patreon.com/ProWrestleTimes. I have a video coming out this week here on the Patreon as well. And it's like a longer one. So that rules. And it's Patreon exclusive only. And yeah, just there's a bunch of content on there and it fucking rules. Shout out patrons. I'm going to read a couple chats really quick here. George Capture for 5. By the way, that AEW Bacon Brawl combo costs between 12 and 14, depending on location. 2 bacon cheese sliders, small fries, and drink. Damn, dude, you're making me hungry. You know, once I get off the air, I'm getting drunk and eating food. That's for goddamn sure, George. I don't have a White Castle around me, though, so otherwise I'd be trying out that combo, but I think it's only in the States, too. Paul Carpenter 7844 has been a member for 8 months. Thank you so goddamn much for your membership, guys. Memberships are only 99 cents, and you get access to bonus shows that I do every week. Or check out patreon.com/ProWrestleTimes, and you get bonus shows all on Patreon as well. You get whatever is bonus on YouTube, you get on Patreon, plus a bunch of other shit. Rabid Wolverine Elsa Killer 17 for 5 says, I want to say to all of you a big Happy New Year, dude. Happy fucking New Year to you and the entire PWT universe. Yeah, Happy New Year to everybody. Happy holidays. Hope everyone's Christmas was good. Don't be too crazy tonight. Get them likes to 100. Yeah, guys, get those. There's over 200 watching across X and YouTube. Let's get those likes to fucking 100. Okay, 64 likes. If we hit 100 likes, Sassy Girl said she would bless your boy Phil here. So, in a totally appropriate way. I'm a married man, okay? So let's not fucking...
Wrestling's not fake!
Happy New Year's. Can I get a birthday shout-out for tomorrow? Paul Carpenter, you absolutely can. Happy fucking birthday, dude. Happy fucking birthday to you. So moving along here, my wife got these marshmallow hot cocoa fucking Pop-Tarts. God damn. They are fucking rich, dude. They smell so good though. Okay. Moving along here, Tony, Steamboat Tone. So he couldn't fucking help himself.
The best guys, Tony Khan.
He couldn't help himself. He just had to do his goddamn thing and talk a bunch of shit and say dumb shit that galvanizes these sickos to say dumber shit. Okay? So he did some interviews here. It's Steamboat Tone. And I need to hydrate a bit here. Holy fuck. Someone's telling me drink some Crown and some yeah, dude. New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest. Where does that shit air, guys? Tony Khan says that there will be more attempts to do dual CMLL AEW dual contracts, and it's like, why? There will be more attempts to have dual contracted talent. Hechicero has been a great example of that, and I would like to do more things like that. It's great. So Tony Khan talks about his booking philosophy. So that's his hiring philosophy, I guess. And he talks about his booking philosophy a little bit. And he says that he books Dynamite and Collision very differently. I'm obsessed with minute by minute for Dynamite. I'm obsessed with Collision being a great wrestling show that the wrestling fans love. Tony, they're interchangeable shows that no one can tell the difference between. The fuck you talking about? I never want the perception to be, oh, I can watch Dynamite and get everything. That's not the case. A lot of the best stuff is on Collision. I want the wrestling fans to spread the virus. The Sicko virus. Bro, you're a fucking mark. Oh my God, I have zero faith. Tone, we're not friends anymore, okay? For real. It's just like, bro, fuck that. We want to spread the virus. Bro, your show is everything. The attendance and the viewership is plummeting. Has plummeted. How is it spreading? You're doing the opposite of that. Down with the sickness, open up your hate, and let that go Tony Khan. Bah, bah, bah. Right? And he's sitting here saying, well, Dynamite, I'm minute to minute. Collision, I want it to just be a great wrestling show, but you can't only watch Dynamite. I want you to have to watch Collision too. Well, you shouldn't be doing that. That's why it's dwindling down, and Collision and Dynamite almost have the same fucking viewership. Tony's so dumb. Or not, well, he is, but like Dave and these guys and these fucking BJ Bethels, they're so dumb too. Dynamite is 200,000 viewers away from Collision on average. We just looked at the yearly averages, okay? 200,000 viewers difference, pretty much. What? Why would on Wednesday there be way more people watching streaming just because than on a Saturday or whatever the fuck either? You know, it's all phony baloney bullshit. And Tony's fucking this company up, and Collision's going to be canceled. Period. Fucking point blank. It will be canceled. And Tony says this. There are things that I do on Collision that I think are excellent wrestling, and I'm not as obsessed with the minute by minute. I'm obsessed with Collision being a great wrestling show that the wrestling fans love. I don't want there to ever be a perception like, even though I know some fans think that, oh, I can watch Dynamite and I'll get everything. That's not the case. A lot of the best stuff is on Collision, and I want the wrestling fans to spread the virus like I have. I hope for Collision, people spread the virus with it and say, I love wrestling. And you should spread the virus. What, Tone? Like fucking herpes, bro? Like, what are you talking about, man? What are you fucking talking about? You what? Spread the virus? Like fucking C-19, bud? What are you talking about? Spread the virus. Ugh, yuck. Gross. Is that going to be your new fucking AEW, where the virus is spread? Down with the sickness, open up your hate, and when they give it to me. What the fuck, man? What a sicko. A true sicko. And so Tony Khan confirms the return of AEW Grand Slam Mexico for 2026. He says, I definitely want to go to Grand Slam Mexico again. We have amazing partners in CMLL, so I would want to work with them, and we're going to work with them. Grand Slam Mexico will be back in 26, and I'm just pleased that they'll have us. I can't wait to go back. It's great. Yeah, because those are your biggest fucking houses, bud. Oh, my God, right here, real quick. Oh, my goodness. MRJ, Mr. Jupel, gifted 5 Pro Wrestle Clips membership. Don DeMarco, Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. The gift that keeps on giving. Giving memberships is the best thing you could do. One of the best things you could do this holiday season. Thank you so much. I hope some people receive those who need them. Absolutely. And so, sorry, I'm getting fucking texts. It's the New Year's, you know, everybody's Happy New Year's and all that. So thank you so much for gifting those goddamn memberships, Mr. or MRU Jupal or whatever. I'm so sorry. It's all handles now, and I'm starting to see other channels I watch. It's converted to that too. And I've done a little research, and yeah, YouTube's just testing that out. It's fucked. I don't know why they're doing it that way, but okay. Let's see. I know I butchered your name, but thank you. MRJUPL. Thank you so much for gifting the memberships, okay? So Tone, man, he shits on Cody Rhodes here, and this is why, Tone. Tone lacks so much self-awareness. He doesn't realize, he's just chilling on the super yacht kismet, and he doesn't realize, like, he offends people. His billionaire fucking pompous attitude, his know-it-all, I can book better than everybody fucking attitude pisses people off, man, and it doesn't work, and it's turned people off. And Tony Khan also blames the fans, which for some reason I don't have bookmarked for some fucking reason. Let me see. I know I have my response. People were liking it like crazy. Let me see. Sorry, guys, all over the place here. Yeah, so Tony Khan, he also blamed the fans here. We'll get to that last, but he like tries to invalidate Cody Rhodes and how Cody Rhodes feels. And like, I'm not trying to play fucking Dr. Phil here, but it's like, you know that you can't invalidate one's what they feel is what they feel. All right. And so Tony Khan was asked about a comment Cody Rhodes made where he mentioned feeling disrespected at AEW, and he says, I'm not sure I agree with that. So you disagree that he feels he was disrespected? This is the Sicko shit. Like, no, like this is what this is. In the Sicko segment, I read that tweet of that guy going, we will decide what's wrestling and what da-da-da-da-da. It's the gatekeepy, elitist fucking mentality of these Sickos. And you can't just call yourself elite, man. You have to be elite, truly. And that's why it's gross. So Tony Khan goes, I'm not sure I agree with that, but I also would give him the benefit of the doubt that I've heard him say a lot of positive things too. So you disagree with his true feelings. And then you say, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt of this fact that he said nice things to me. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on this thing I know he's done. Like, Tony, this is just like spur gout fucking, oh, quick, how do I not answer this? God damn it. For somebody that doesn't work here and that's involved in the competitive promotion, he usually is pretty gracious with the things he says. Yeah, it's called being professional, and you make everyone sign NDAs, and he doesn't want to be wrapped up in legal trouble with you like everyone else and like Punk. Numbnuts. And I've seen him since he's been gone, and it's always been very positive and good. I have only good things to say. No, so Tony is such, like, this is called cognitive dissonance. He can't even believe, he can't fathom or address. He just fucking hides away from the actual fucking thing that was said and goes, it's all been good. And now you're trying to tell us what is reality. You're just lying to people. Everything you said's been good. No, dude, he just pointed out a negative thing he said. So, like, it hasn't all been good. Literally, you're not going to rewrite the universe. You don't control the universe, Tone. I know that's how billionaires feel. That's why Vince was shitting on young ladies' heads, allegedly. Okay? Because when you have all the money and shit in the world, it's just about controlling the way
Bad
people
to
think. I guess I don't fucking know. And everybody said they are ignored. Everybody in chat, they're pointing out William Regal. Devon Dudley had to sit there and take a fucking old grandpa nap while you made him wait until 3 a.m. or whatever. Fucking Camille's waiting at home right now. So Tony Khan says that Cody Rhodes has been very positive. You know, he does a lot of interviews, and I think when you have to say so many words so often because he works so hard, he works such a big schedule, and to his credit, I'd bet he does hundreds of interviews a year, and I'm not sure I agree with that, but I also would give him the benefit of the doubt. You know, I've heard him say a lot of positive things too. For somebody that doesn't work here and that's involved in the competitive promotion, he's usually pretty gracious with the things he says, and I've seen him since he's been gone. Just the same thing, an extension of what he said before. So let's head over here to my TL. And Tony Khan says this about the Moxley thing. Tony Khan, I think people misunderstood the mission of the Death Riders. People misunderstood it, you fucking kooky son of a bitch.
Are you sure about that?
Oh my God. People misunderstood what it was about. What was the mission? What was the mission of the Death Riders? And I quote tweeted this and I said, it's always blaming the people, not his shit mind for pro wrestling. Everyone got it. It just didn't work and was fucking whack. But I didn't even go off here on how he just flipped him babyface. I didn't even get into any of that. And you have some people, like, let's read some of the responses. This guy says, I think things fell through with what the storyline was supposed to be behind the scenes, aka them wanting Shane to be the one in charge of the Death Riders. How is that that wasn't a thing? Was that a thing? If that's confirmed, cool, but I don't know if that's a thing. They just didn't pivot or had plan B options. Sadly, I swear Death Riders are like an uninteresting aces and eights. No, I won't take that back. That's not a bad take. This guy says, I disagree. I didn't get it at all. I thought it was jumbled and didn't make any sense whatsoever. True that. Shout out Mike from Minnesota. And whatever. There's some wild shit going on in Minnesota. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll leave the Baja and get to the bottom of the Minnesota Shamali daycare crisis. Oh my God. It's a conspiracy. It's the perfect job for me. Jesse the Body Venter. Let's go, PWT. Let's fucking go. Yeah, whatever. That's funny. Mike from Minnesota rules. I'll get it. Why don't you tell me what's going on in those daycares? Tony didn't, and then listen to this coping. Tony didn't do the Death Rider stuff. RJ did. What? Tony's the head of creative and the booker. Period. Exactly. Before the Death Riders started, Moxley was the top babyface. Hangman failed his championship run. Darby's in the mid-card doing stupid bumps every match. Claudio, Yuta, Garcia Pac, members of group showing no breakout potential. End of Moxley's heel run. Everyone is still where they were. Holy shit. Indigo Montoya just fucking roasted everything right there. Everyone's in the same spot. And this is what I've been saying. Everyone just is stagnant in AEW. I mean, sometimes they look like they belong to the KKK. I will always remember this as some racialist faction because it looked like that. Yeah. I think John Moxley misunderstood the message of Romper Stomper. The Death Riders worked exactly as planned. Listen to this stupid shit. No, if I don't like hate you, JKP, whatever. Thank you for engaging, but this is insane, bro. The Death Riders worked exactly as planned. Everyone else stepped up. What? Who stepped up? How? The attendance and ratings have gone backwards. Who stepped up? The world title got jumbled around twice. This dude up here just broke down how fucking everyone's in the same position they were. Stepped up how? How did anyone step up? It literally does not make sense whatsoever. Unless like you're talking about the moves they've done since or whatever. Mox wanted to know what was this company without a championship, without the top guy. What is AEW? Ask Joe or MJF or Hangman, dude. I don't know. Ask someone who draws. Now, yes, Death Riders themselves wasn't hitting, but others stepped up and filled the errors of AEW. That doesn't even make sense, buddy. Thanks for trying. And then this guy here, Matt Numbers, genius here too, goes, if too many people misunderstood it, then it's bad creative or a bad job by talent pulling off the creative. Period, point blank. I'm giving that one a like too. It worked pretty well at the payoff. No, guys. And then people use these terms like payoff. And it's like, it worked pretty well at the payoff. No, it didn't at all. It fucking didn't at all. The payoff means what? Payoff. So what was the payoff to all this? Everyone's exactly where they were. Everyone's exactly where they were. That makes no fucking sense. Okay. And not to mention, like, okay, did Hangman Mox draw this house? No, they could have had two bums fight and they would have drawn this house. They papered the house and the attendance is what the attendance is for these all-in shows and for AEW pay-per-views in general. I don't know, man. I just don't think that the payoff, there was no payoff. Like, Joe just won the belt, had a short run, dropped it to MJF. And then this guy here, E-Bucks, it actually did work, but you don't watch to enjoy, so that's your issue, bud. No, bud. Quantify that. Qualify and quantify your statement. It actually did work. How? How? If the point of the Death Riders was to turn off a bunch of the remaining AEW fans you have left and fucking tank the ratings before you do this big sale with Netflix and WBD. If that was the plan, then mission accomplished. But otherwise, you can't just say it did. I proved why it didn't. Other people have proved why it didn't. Prove why it did. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was AE fucking W news. Let's go. Now with the best guys, Tony Khan. Tony Khan.
The best guys, Tony Khan.
Oh my God, Chris McCarty 7128 gifted another 5 Pro Wrestle Clips memberships. Let's fucking, everyone's gonna be a member in 2026, baby. Everyone's gonna be a member in 2026, baby. Hell yeah, huge support. Chris McCarty, thank you so goddamn much for that. And hopefully people need them. Hopefully some of you hate watchers out there get those and you decide, member show's pretty goddamn good. I'll hate on it too, but I'll join. Right? God damn, I appreciate that. What's Chris saying here in chat? Moxley, Page, MJF, Cold Joe. Now it was Mox, Page, Swerve Joe. But poor people and dumb people don't like AEW, Brian. Yeah, dude, that's exactly. Yeah, we're gonna do a Dave's dumb moment tomorrow.
Poor people don't like AEW.
We're at 72 likes, guys. There's 214 watching. Run them up to 100. Okay, we need 100 likes, and because otherwise Jericho's gonna do a run in again. Unless you guys want Jericho, but I mean, he already ran in once. Ladies and germs, we do have some WWE news, not a whole lot, but definitely some stuff that we will want to take a look at. And I'm just quickly doing a last minute run through to see if there's any like, ooh, let's talk about this last minute on the show. I don't know. I thought I saw something about like WWE and fucking Tony Hinchcliffe again, and I was like, oh God, I don't know if that's working. I don't know if like wrestling fans are taking to it as much as they hoped, you know, like Triple H and them take to. I mean, I watch Kill Tony every week. It's a fun little show and shit, but yeah, it's just I don't know if I need him there like roasting stuff and or whatever, you know, like I don't need to see him. Okay, so okay, I guess okay, yeah, we'll add this to news, whatever. Tony Hinchcliffe. Okay, so speaking of famous Tonys. So let's refresh this shit. Oh, the Stranger Things finale countdown. God damn. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that tonight. So speaking of Stranger Things, they're teaming up with WWE. Let's get into WWF news, ladies and gentlemen. And don't forget this holiday season, if you're getting yourself a VPN, NordVPN, there's a link down below. Use it. You save a bunch of fucking money on that thing. Okay. So, ladies and germs, it is time for WWE. So John Alba says last night Alex McCarthy reported Chris Jericho's contract expires at midnight. He's WWE bound and he may debut as early as Jan 5 on Raw. Do you guys think save him for the Rumble, or do you guys think save him for like just do it on like a Netflix Raw or whatever? He will be on Raw. I'm fucking willing to bet on that right now. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. I think the Rumble is the way to do it. 20 more likes, guys. Run those likes up. CM Punk, though, speaking of fucking legends who've made big returns and whatnot, CM Punk was the talk of the town the last couple years, and he actually did a gender reveal at a house show at a live event.
I thought you should. I asked him who wrote the note, and he said the mom, and I was like, wait a second. So the grandma wrote the note, and for some reason, the World Heavyweight Champion is doing the gender reveal. Can I get a drum roll, please? Fantastic. You guys ready? It is a baby girl!
There you go.
We're gonna be a big success.
Welcome to the world, toots. In case you missed it, Nick Khan on Critics of WWE. Well, actually, no, sorry. More from the house show. Liv Morgan was trolling like she injured her fucking arm at the house show. This one doesn't want to load. Whatever. She did the whole like my arm is broken type thing right after she just came back from injury. Love is Blind star Jordan Keltner shoots his shot at Liv Morgan. Okay. I was here first. Oh, no. Nick Khan on Critics of WWE from social media. He says, we train our creative team to ignore that noise. Okay. And he says, I'm not going to let someone with 14 followers decide how I feel about my day. We train our creative team to ignore the noise, trust the data, trust your instincts. Don't let Twitter or Reddit or whatever throw you off your game. WWE President Nick Khan. Speaking of being thrown off your game, All Ollie UAE Youth Club has raised a special banner in honor of John Cena's retirement. So, I mean, he's just over like fucking Rover. Now, speaking of, you know, awesome things. Here's the new couple, La Hiedra and La Nueva Parca. So the new La Parca and La Hiedra tied the knot. Good on him, man. Superstar. La Hiedra, everybody loves her. Hell yeah. Shout out fucking La Parca, dude. He's crushing it right now. He's super over. Speaking of super over, according to WWE Deutschland, Gunther versus El Grande Americano is scheduled for WWE's live event in Mannheim on January 13. Holy, that's gonna fucking go crazy. And they're gonna play off each other like real fucking well. And like, you know, maybe do a little Ludwig tease or something, who knows, but that'll be awesome. Speaking of house shows and things being awesome, what wasn't so awesome was Drew McIntyre talking shit to Brandy Rhodes' family during the live event in Detroit.
This is not Berlin, Germany, right? What? You want to know why I came here? Yeah, you saw TV, right? SmackDown?
I said I want the match in Berlin, Germany. I've been screwed in America 3 separate times. And somehow I got to fight for the
He was screwed in America. Ooh, whoa.
title in freaking Detroit. I was a good boy all year long, and this is the treatment I get. You know the best thing about this? Cody can't touch me till the bell rings, so I can say whatever I want. When I get a microphone, it can get interesting, can't it?
Yeah, we can say whatever you want now, man.
I heard a little rumor that Brandy, Cody's wife's family's here tonight. Could they identify themselves, please? I see one hand, is nobody else proud? Over here. I can do what I want, mate. Under the microphone, he can't touch me. So this is Brandy's family, right? Who we got? What's your name? Dan? Uncle Dan?
Uncle Dan.
And his dad, ladies and gentlemen, Brandy's dad. I'll be quick, here we go. A friend of Brandy's dad, not to make a problem for you. Uncle who? Uncle Mike. That's pretty good, he's a pop. Uncle Gary.
Uncle Gary.
Well, I'll start here. And Sheila. And last but not least, who do we have here? Is this Brandy's mother?
Is this
Ladies and
Brandy's
gentlemen,
mother?
Brandy's mom! The mother of Cody's children. I have a question for you. You obviously watch SmackDown, right? You gotta check out Cody every week. So you watch the show on SmackDown. Yeah. And I know what you're thinking when you watch SmackDown. You're thinking, my God, that tall, handsome Scottish guy makes me real weak in the knees every week I tune in, right?
Damn, dude. Uncalled for, Drew. Boo.
I know what you're really thinking. You're thinking, I wish my daughter married Drew instead of Cody, right?
Damn. So he just went full savage mode on Brandy Rhodes. WWE's entire content library removed from Peacock after streaming deal ends. It is gone. So guys, get yourself NordVPN. Canada Netflix, Canada fucking YouTube, all WWE. You protect yourself online, 10 devices, 30-day money-back guarantee. But if you use my link below, 75% off for 3 years plus 3 free bonus months. And that's for you guys. I would never show you guys some shit I didn't use. I fucking use NordVPN. So there you guys go. Shout them out for reaching out to your boy. So moving along here, and for real, just Canada has everything. Trust your boy Phil, Dr. Phil, Uncle Phil here, okay? Trust me. Fucking trust me, like Jake the Snake. Trust me. No, it's I mean, it's worth it. It's like $250 a month or some shit, and you can just watch WWE without all these all the shit, the ESPN Plus, all that stuff. It's all just there for you, okay? It's easy peasy. WWE sources say that YouTube remains a big piece of their plan to host their content. Crazy, because AEW should be saying this. And then Fightful says this: there are no plans that we've heard to simply mass release all their content. It's like, what the fuck do you think they've been doing in the vault? The fuck do you think the vaults have been? It's them mass releasing shit to the YouTubes, you know? So it is New Year's Eve. Before we get to that, we have some ratings talk. So with new episodes of Stranger Things dropping, last week's Raw failed to crack the Netflix Global Top 10 for the second week in a row. Stranger Things once again took 5 of the top 10 listings. Emily in Paris, Dave Chappelle, Unstoppable, Man vs. Baby, Sean Combs' The Reckoning, and Fireplace for Your Home rounded out the top 10. So there you go. And then Netflix last week, god damn it, NXT last week were little change from the prior week, despite airing during Christmas week. Averaged 602K, crushing it. Was down 17% overall. Key demo was down, way down. Whatever. So despite a SummerSlam week cancellation, Tony Hinchcliffe relationship with WWE is expected to continue in 2026, so they will still do things with Tony Hinchcliffe, but I guess he canceled on them last minute for SummerSlam week, which I didn't even know he's supposed to be there. Jackie Redmond and Tiffany Stratton wore the exact same dress to Maxine Dupree's wedding. Embarrassing. I can't believe she wore the same outfit as me.
Okay, so I showed up to the wedding of Maxine Dupree, and apparently I'm running on Tiffy time because we are in the same dress. We're twinning. We are twinning tonight, okay? Blonde Barbie, brunette Barbie. It's Tiffy time, and I'm not mad about it. It's twinning time. Hey, no peanut gallery time. Naya, nobody asked for your opinion. Nobody asked you. Okay, so I showed up to the wedding of
Yeah, there you go, man. Top for sure, like 2 of the top ranked lookers in fucking the Fed for sure. Speaking of lookers here, Asuka had this to say about, well, Shayna Baszler addressed her status with WWE, and it's exactly like I said. She's not officially hired, but she has a good relationship with WWE, and she's guest coaching when the opportunity comes. She doesn't hate it. She likes it a lot more than she thought she would. So yeah, she's in and around the area. You know what I mean? Moving along here though, Shayna Baszler said that she accidentally knocked out Asuka's teeth. Okay. And this is on Giga Chad Van Vliet show. And let's take a listen to what Shayna Baszler had to say about Asuka.
Remember when I kicked Asuka's teeth out of her face? And she's so badass. She like came to the back afterwards and was kind of covering her mouth because, you know, she's like embarrassed, you know, whatever. But she was like, no pain. I don't know why. She was like so jovial. I'm like, I am so sorry. Oh my gosh. And she was like, it's okay. No pain. Crazy. Just soccer kicked her in the face. She was like, yeah, it's fine. It doesn't even hurt.
And then Asuka had this to say. She responds and she goes, my tooth was fractured due to a mistake by Shayna. At the time, I told her I was okay because I did not want her to carry the guilt, but I ended up needing surgery. And of course, I was not okay. I just did not want her to feel responsible knowing that these things happen in her line of work. Thought that if I just endured it, then everything would be fine. Seeing people mocking me in the comments makes me realize once again how cruel the world is, but I blame no one. I do not even wish misfortune upon those who lack kindness. In fact, I am more cruel than these cruel people because I will be far happier than they are. Okay, she's cutting a heel promo, guys, and it didn't translate, but then you click under the video and literally it's people going, where were you mocked? Not feeling pain is badass? Okay. Literally none of these comments are negative. Question mark. Where's the mockery? Please show me the negative comments. I've been looking, trying to see the cruelty you tweeted about, and I struggle to find any. You fucking wackos. She's cutting a heel fucking promo on Twitter. You know, sometimes wackos don't get it either. It's like, what the fuck? Okay. So we have, what do we have here? Plenty and Pixel became a new member. Let's fucking go. Shout out Plenty and This should be part of the Sicko segment. Nah, it's good, isn't there? Oscar one. Yeah, hit the like button. Run those likes up 221 across YouTube and X. Hit the like. Get it to 100, guys. Our last little story or little bit here is just some text messages with some shit that's redacted from between TKO and everything. And again, people are going to overreact to all this shit. Like, we already knew Vince was still sort of in charge of creative and sort of doing shit. So but we got text messages here between Triple H, Vince McMahon, Nick Khan, and some others. And they're gonna try and blow this shit up like we didn't know. And even them saying like, oh, well, TKO's Mark Shapiro said Vince would do this and leave and do this or whatever the fuck. It's like, yeah, buddy, everyone knew that. Like, that's just what people were predicting he'd try and do. And he could have been sweating the whole time going, fuck, this is what he's going to do. Stay 10 steps ahead of this old coot. We don't fucking know. So I don't know, man. Either way, though, they got the text messages between Vince and Nick Khan and Triple H. So let's read this one. Vince McMahon goes, text from me to Paul and Bruce. So, hey guys, just double checking. Does Roman and Cody know the new creative at WrestleMania next year? And then Bruce goes, not to my knowledge. I don't know if Paul has had a conversation with either. Roman's first appearance since we spoke is Friday in DC. Both will be there in person. And then Vince says, Paul, have you? And that's to Triple H. Like, have they told them what the finish and what everything's going to be? The new creative. But we knew that. We knew that he was involved in 39. And then Nick Khan says Langus. And then Vince goes, what in the blue hell is Langus, pal? And then Nick Khan says, read it backwards. So he's saying signal. And I don't know what that's about. Is Triple H like not willing to message back? I love it. What in the blue hell is that? What in the blue hell is that? Vince McMahon's final email to members of the WWE board before he retired. Why did bro say LOL? So Vince McMahon to the board said, even though I'm no longer employed by WWE as of 4 p.m. Eastern, I'm taking the liberty of using corporate email 1 hour after my official departure. Bro, what the fuck? So still trying to flex power. Still trying to flex power. Right? Like, yo, I'm going to use this corporate email after an hour after everyone was like, ooh, he's not on here anymore. I hope that's all right, LOL. I understand this has been a painful and arduous process for all of us to reach a conclusion, pal. I have the utmost respect for each and every one of you and ultimately support your decision, making an effort to protect shareholder value. I can't even. I've always been forthright with the board, and I thank you for helping me build WWE into the promotional juggernaut and cultural icon that it is today. I would expect nothing less, pal, than your continued guidance and support for our new leadership team. I would further encourage you to immediately put the past behind us and return to the fun-loving entrepreneurial spirit we previously enjoyed. And lastly, you're all. It would be funny if he whipped in a "you're fired." Just kidding. I can't do that anymore. That'd be funny. Or maybe not. Maybe just me, chat. Oh, whoa, holy moly, woly, chat. Plinian Pixel for 50 goddamn dollars. Oh my goodness, what a huge support, dude. I can't believe it. Thank you. Yeah, round of applause for Plinian here. Everybody who's here tonight, thank you so much, guys. We're almost done here tonight too. There's 230 watching. Get those likes up to 100. It's the countdown till PWT's done. I want to get drunk and eat food. My wife's texting me. I'm sure you guys can hear my phone going off. Plinian says my card changed and I forgot to update it. Happy friggin' New Year, you stinker. Thanks, bro. Here's to an incredible 2026 for PWT and all of us. Personally, love you, bro. Also, Oilers stink. Fuck you, Plinian. No, dude. Shout you out. I'll DM you, dude. Thank you so goddamn much for the support, and happy friggin' New Year to you too. I appreciate that so much, and it is going to be an incredible 2026. And I'm coming in with a fury. I'm calling in favors, man. You guys are gonna get interviews and shit. You know what I mean? It's gonna come in. Oh my God, Sassy Girl 7824. Holy shit! Holy shit! Sassy girl. Oh my God, with $100 super chat. Support. Huge fucking support. Oh my goodness. Insane support. I will serenade you, Sassy Girl. What is your favorite song? Pick one, and we will. I will sing it to you. PWT is taking forever, or is taking over 2026. Happy New Year, God! For that, I appreciate that so much. Yeah, we taking over one city at a time. One city at a time. One city at a time. Oh man, Birdman dead. I'm number one. I can't remember. Is that the same one? There's a bunch of those Khaled songs with Birdman and Lil Wayne on them. I can't. We are taking over, Sassy Gill. Thank you so much. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to the PWT universe. Everybody who tuned in. A spectacular evening here. We have some more Sassy beat my super chat, meaning Oilers are the best team in the NHL. True. PWT on Broadway. I'll get Kenny to join me. George is still after the likes. He's like, nay, Phil. Nay. We are getting those 100 likes. Thank you guys so much, everybody. So let's get into, I'm glad you guys like that. Let's get into these last few messages here. So a text message sent by Mark Shapiro. I think this is the one here. He like explains what Vince was going to do. It's a conspiracy. Did it happen in Minnesota? That's the only thing, right? So Nick and Stephanie are going to take over so he just flat out says it. Let's just read it, actually. So there's a bunch of redacted stuff here. Shout out Brendan Schaub. And Mark Shapiro blank. And then I wonder if it's like the Epstein files where you can like copy and paste it. And then the fucking the text that they thought they redacted is all still there. So Mark Shapiro says just flat out, Nick and Stephanie are going to take over the WWE for the next 9 months. At the end of the 9 months, Vince be back with a new board, or he will take the company private, or he will sell it or it's coming to us. The race is on, the courtship is on. And then Andrew Schleimer, could you not be any more of a fucking business guy? Billionaire, millionaire fucking business guy with the last name Schleimer. And he goes, let's go. So this is just him laying out a fucking plan the way Niccolo Piccolo will lay down a fucking ingenious plan on Twitter of what like Paramount will do, and then they fucking do it. It doesn't mean he's in on some fucking weird conspiracy. It's just like you're in the know. You map this shit out and you make a business play. And that's what he says at the end. This is sort of, and I'm not trying to sweep. I would call this shit out. No one's called Vince out more than me. People don't even still like talking about the pooping on heads thing. I don't think we can ever let him live that down. But listen, this is just him explaining like what's happening. And he's saying, either Vince will do this, or he will sell it and it's coming to us. The race is on. The courtship is on. He's going, it's coming to us, not Vince. You know what I mean? Like, that's what he was hoping for, okay? The best for last in that one. That's my opinion anyways. So, yeah, we read these ones. I bookmarked them so many fucking times. But, yes, they confirm Vince was involved. Ladies and gentlemen, that was WWE. Guys, it is 7 on the nose where I'm at. We have been going almost 3 hours. We absolutely had a fucking blast here. Shout out all the support. You guys fucking pulled up with support today. Crazy. Sassy Go, Plenian, everyone who gifted, Chris McCarty. I know I'm forgetting them. Mr. Jupel, a bunch of people gifted, and all the super chats. Even if you just watched, even if you watched this shit and was like, man, I hate this fucking show. Fuck you, Phil. That's cool too. You know what I mean? That's all good. I appreciate you all for tuning in. I got to eat. We got to do a countdown. We got to get drunk. I know you guys are with me. Or if you don't drink or whatever, just have a good goddamn and safe night. Don't do anything fucking stupid. Don't start feeling yourself too much because it's fucking New Year's and you do some stupid shit. Nothing like that, okay? Let's all play it cool, coy, love each other, be good to each other. I can't wait, guys. 26. What can I say? What predictions do we got, guys? What predictions do you all have coming out of it? Let me know. Happy New Year's to all of you guys. We need that location for the 2026 PWT meetup, or what? Do we organize this shit or what? Guys, thank you so much. Be good to each other. Does playing Terraria all night count as something stupid? Sure. Happy New Year's. New Orleans may be a little far. Yeah, I don't know. It would be somewhere norther would be nicer, but I mean, I don't know. We would just have to do like I'll set up a poll. We'll do polls like we did for the end of the year. Happy New Year's, guys. I fucking love you. Let's go into 2026 strong, chins held high, better people. Be a little more active, be a little more loving, be a little more compassionate. I'm done with Tone, though. Like, I'm just angry at him. Me and Tone are getting divorced in 26. It is what it is. And I just appreciate you all. Round of applause for the PWT universe and thank you for another amazing year. Thank you. Spectacular. And until next time, I will see you all in the Upside Down Stranger Things finale. This is the last time I'll do this sign off. I mean, it originated because I love Stranger Things and I love pro wrestling, and pro wrestling is fucking sort of the upside down kooky land in the IWC. It's a circus, it's a shit show, and I choose to acknowledge that. But I don't know. We might sign off for the last time in the Upside Down. Peace, Will. Stay safe, Will.
I look and see it's not just me.
Jeff, why do you insist on doing this dumb internet shit on TV?
I look and see it's not just me.
This place is a fucking joke, man. You're a clown. I quit.
So many of us have stood where we stand. We are the young, so raise your hand. So many of us have stood where we stand. We are the young, so raise your hand. We call us problem child. We spend our lives on trial. We walk an endless mile. We are the youth gone wild. We stand and we won't fall. We're one and one for all. The writing's on the wall. We are the youth gone wild.
No. It doesn't make logical sense, but it makes.
Well, yes, of course.
But it makes wrestling booking sense. Of course, this makes no sense. Of course, okay, it makes no sense. However, in pro wrestling booking, which often makes no sense, you would do that. It's about making money. It's not about anything else. Wrestling's always been about making money first and foremost. That's it.
I look and see it's not just me.
Last weekend was the greatest weekend in AEW history. This is the greatest week.
I look and see it's not just me.
Security, my safety, my life was in danger at a wrestling show.
So many of us have stood where we stand. We are the young, so raise your hand. So many of us have stood where we stand. We are the young, so raise your hand. We call us problem child. We spend our lives on trial. We walk and we smile. We are the youth gone wild. We stand, we won't fall. We're 1-1 for all. Nobody's on the wall. We are the youth gone wild. They call us problem child. We spend our nights on trial. We walk and we smile. We are the youth gone wild. We stand, we won't fall. We're 1-1 for all. Nobody's on the wall. We are the youth gone wild. Let it get wild. Yeah!
If you're familiar with how we do things often here on these Wednesdays, it's a lot like one of my favorite movies, Time Cop.
What? Fuck you. Fuck you.
Yeah!